Thank you for joining me. So today or tonight, we're going to talk about society says it makes space for Black women, but does it make space for their truth or just their labor? Hi, everybody. Uh, Thank you guys for joining. Can you guys share the live and share it out because I haven't gotten a chance to do that. Thank you for coming in. I think that society makes space for our labor, not necessarily our truth, right? I think our truth is too ugly, right? I think it's easier to see Black women as a caricature instead of as people, right? So that's why it's easy for them to, because they don't see us as people, it's so easy for them to take from us and give us no credit in return, right? Like, let's talk about all of the things that Black women have contributed to society, all the movements that we've pushed forward, and it's just easier to completely dismiss us than it is to just give us the credit that we deserve, right? That's why when we do things, it's like ghetto or whatever, but then somebody else can do it and it's cool and it's trendy and it's okay, right? We already have somebody that wants to come up. I'm gonna pass. Yeah. When we do something, it's quote unquote ghetto, but then when other people do it, it's trendy. Let's also talk about all that they have taken from us. I mean, throughout history, like all the movements, all the things that we've given and contributed to society that we've been dismissed and written off later on down the line as angry or as bitter or whatever terrible label they want to put on us, just to discredit us, to villainize us. And the entire world does it to us. I mean, even other women do it to us. Most of the time, it is ghetto. It's not what you do, but how you do it. Your mother's ghetto. She had you. It's the ghettoest shit that could have ever happened. You see that? You're right. You're absolutely right. See, look at you. Look at you. You're in my comments. Y'all be so hilarious. I don't mean to laugh. But yeah, they definitely they don't hold space for our truth at all, right? Like I was saying, our truth is ugly. So it's easier to discredit it or write it off or say it's not as important or as valuable, or just to say that it's not true at all. I remember a couple lives ago, we were discussing all the contributions that Black women have made to the civil rights movement, to feminism, to the Black Panthers, to the Me Too movement. The list goes on and on and on and on. And I just found it very odd how many people came up here like with some kind of vitriol about it and felt the need to like disprove or debunk, or when it's true, right? No matter how uncomfortable or upset it makes you, our contributions are real, whether you want them to be or not. So, when did society really make space? Correct. That is a wonderful question. When, well, at least they tried to sell us the illusion of space, right? At least they do a good job at creating the illusion of space. Where's your Oh, okay. My profile picture. Oh, I'm glad you see it now. I was a little concerned. It's okay. But yeah, correct. When did society ever make space? That's a wonderful question. Yeah. I would actually like my first couple of panelists to be women because this is what we're talking about. So, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's okay, girl. But yeah, so tonight we're going to talk about society says it makes space for Black women, but does it make space for their truth or just their labor? And I was saying that it makes space for just our labor, essentially. And then society uses our labor and then discredits our labor, right? Essentially, we're just bodies. They don't even see us as truly human. I think that's kind of the point, right? You know, the less human that they can make us seem, the easier it is to just take from us with no disregard. You know, let's talk about even those, like, the missing girls. How I don't feel like people are doing enough to find them. We don't talk about them enough. We don't talk enough about femicide in our community. We don't talk enough about medical malpractice and how Black women are literally, like, risking their lives, like, just birthing people, bringing people into existence. It is our version of police brutality, and nobody talks about that enough. Nobody talks enough about the fact that we are still also facing police brutality. The mass incarceration, like, nobody talks about these things, right? Because essentially nobody cares, at least not for real, right? Even though we are the face of almost every movement. Well, not the face, but the backbone of every movement. Like, nobody seems to care, right? It's easier to just take, I guess. And it's sad. It's almost like, sometimes it's almost discouraging, you know? And also, like, the very negative stereotypes that are surrounded around, like, the people that we have to show up in life as, right? We have to be strong. We have to be nurturers. We have to be the quote unquote matriarchs of our family. We have to show up for everybody and keep the family together. We have to, right? If you're the oldest daughter, you are the third parent and you have to take care of your siblings. Like, you have to show up. And we do that to these young girls at such a young age. Like, we, like, parentify them. And then we wonder why they show up in life sometimes just not for the shit, essentially. So I definitely think, like, it's all about what we can give, not who we are as people sometimes. But whenever the world is in chaos, all of a sudden they see us as people magically and mystically. And I think that's very odd. So I'm going to see if some people want to come up. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Girl, let me tell you, being, the environment that I've created for myself and my children is completely night and day from the environment I grew up in. And trying to navigate in spaces that, with people that don't look like me or didn't grow up in the spaces or the environment I grew up in, I find myself what they call now code switching a lot. And it's very exhausting. I find myself isolating myself because I then ask myself, am I being authentic to who I am as a person and as a Black woman? Or am I just trying to accept what society deems as
Palatable.
yes, like acceptable in a woman group, or what is deemed correct and not ghetto, like you say, like everything we do, if it's louder, or if it's we change the way we dress, or the way we view things, it's ghetto. Um, some things that I do that I enjoy from my childhood, I don't see as ghetto. I see as this is a part of my culture, a part of what we did. And for example, I'll give it to you. I don't allow my kids to have wear crop tops, wear certain type of clothes, right? I think every age group should
Dress
dress
appropriate.
dress appropriate, dress their age.
Mhm.
Some women think that because the way social media is, it's acceptable to wear crop tops, wear certain type of things, or around group of people. I don't allow my kids to dress like that. And the women that do allow their kids to dress like that, I see that other women don't let their kids come around their kids, or they think that their kids are better than the next kids. Like, I don't see it that way. Though I may raise my kids a certain way, that doesn't mean that your kids are less than.
Exactly.
Um,
Even the language that we use around little girls when they get their hair straightened,
yes,
or when you put a
yes.
little bit of nail polish, all the
Yes, the color, like, yeah, like, red polish. Like, we grow up,
yes,
red polish is too grown,
yes.
or um,
It's very destructive language.
yeah, the hairstyles that we were allowed to, wear growing up, we were deemed either too fast, like we were in a box, like we had to be seen and not heard. So learning how to stand up for yourself in certain spaces and be passionate about it, and learning how to speak to a certain type of people or group of people, and not be looked at as angry, aggressive, uneducated. It's hard. It really is hard, and it puts me in a place where I find myself being alone a lot and isolated, because I do see the difference in other women and other people's upbringing. I do notice the difference.
No, I completely understand. I completely understand. Like 22 said in the comments, it sometimes it feels disingenuous.
Yeah.
Like, who would I be without all of these restrictions? No. All right, 22, you have the floor.
So I just want to say from experience, I'm going to definitely say that they don't make space for our truth, but they definitely make space for labor. And I feel like that's something we deal with around the board, even in relationships where, you're good enough for sex. You're good enough, like when I'm not feeling my best, for you to boost me up. But when it comes to identifying or being able to communicate with me based on the things that I'm going through, feeling, then that becomes too much. So I think that we really deal with that across the board. Even with the job that I just recently left, I remember they were like picking at me so much. I was one of the very few black girls there. The difference from me and the other black girls there, the mistake I made was socializing more than what I should have. So it put me in a position where I could no longer go into work and be the quiet black girl, because then it's like, why do you have an attitude? Versus I realized some things by trying to communicate and socialize with coworkers, and it's in my best interest to just sit back, come do my job, and go home. But then once you've already introduced yourself as the social person, then all of a sudden you don't get that opportunity to go back into the shell of being like, quiet, head down, doing your job. I remember they picked at me so much. And when I finally asked them, because we used to do a thing where we would request records, and I asked her, like, what were my stats? I had one of the highest stats, yet they were continuously bothering me about certain things, like maybe like misspelling when I'm doing notes, things like that. And mind you, there will be other women that were doing the same things of a different race that I would say, okay, so I continuously always see them making mistakes when they're commenting. So why, I mean, are you talking to these people? Because I would think by now they would do better with making notes. So it let me know It does not matter how well I do my job. Once I start to speak my mind on things I don't agree with, things that I feel could make it a better or more comfortable experience for other people in the workplace, then it became you're a problem. So I think it's more of a shut up, do your job, and that's all we need you to do. People don't really appreciate our truths, nor are they willing to understand them. They pretty much want to utilize what they can out of us and then discard. I feel like that's what society does as a whole to Black women, to be honest.
I completely agree with the both of you. For now, it's an open panel. I want to get a little bit more women up here, and then I'm going to slowly let the men up.
And 22, I agree with you on that because I'm in the data field, and when I first got into the data field, it was mostly men. It was men driven, and I was on a 3-man team. And when I got on this team, I mean, they were so like, this is how it has to be. This is like, I mean, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, don't skip a beat. Like, and when the roles were reversed and other people started coming on, and this is how I was brought onto the team. So I'm thinking like, this is how this is how they want it done. A, B, C, D. And when I delivered the same message how they delivered to me, I was aggressive. I was very strong. I wasn't being understanding. I wasn't being compassionate. I'm like, wait a minute. This is how I learned this. Like what happened?
Right. It's a lot of tone policing as well, like, which is weird.
I remember a coworker called me rude. I used to do leasing, and a coworker called me rude. And I remember, and you know what a lot of people bank on as well is you not being educated, you not having the verbiage or the ability to communicate and articulate your emotions and your feelings in a way without reacting in a way that would reflect like ignorance or stupidity, or in a way that allows them to have a justification of thinking any negative thoughts that they may have towards you. She told me that I was rude, and I said that I'm not rude, I'm assertive. And I remember the regional manager basically confirmed or affirmed that I am an assertive person, not a rude person. And she was not the same race as me. And it did feel like, okay, for you to say like I'm rude, that comes off a certain type of way, knowing that I don't even present myself in a day-to-day life as a rude person. Now I'm going to express my opinion as respectfully as possible. But I realize like now that I'm older, when people are offended, you're going to be rude to them regardless. It does not matter how you say it, does not matter how much you sugarcoat it. If they do not like the message, they're going to be offended regardless. And that's something I had to learn. But something I do want to say, and then I'm done, and I don't want to try to rip my head off for this, but I feel unfortunately that us as Black women do the same thing to each other when you don't have an agreement, because I've witnessed that a lot in this panel,
Yep.
not this panel, but a lot of times coming here when there's a difference of opinion, or you don't feel like I have the level of experience in negative aspects or in certain aspects to have a certain understanding, then all of a sudden I become a dummy or inadequate, or you know what I mean, versus it just being a difference in experiences in life, because no one person, no two people are the same. Our experiences, we may come across the same experiences, but in some cases we will have very individual experiences. It's not always just based on what it is. Sometimes it's genuinely based on what you're meant to experience and what life is going to be for you. So that's something I think we do a lot of too amongst each other. When it's no benefit for you, then it becomes like a judgmental catty kind of like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I
I
feel like,
agree.
yeah, I
I
think we
agree.
do that too to
Mean
each
girls,
other.
like a mean girl
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, I get you.
yeah.
I want to let she fix the stuff go.
Yeah, I was just gonna I came in with my own premise and what to talk about because y'all were talking about, workspace stuff. But 22, I feel you on that. I'm on a weird side of the whole with the workspace stuff. I've been a mechanic for 15 years, you know what I'm saying? So getting into that industry alone, I mean, you can imagine what it's like being in that environment and having to mute myself and to and turn myself down. Like, I've always been a hair and makeup girl, you know what I'm saying? But I love working on cars. That's what I do. But I had to literally go into these spaces where I didn't necessarily want to present myself without it and come in dressed like a mechanic because now I'm aggressive. If I come in dressed too feminine, I can't do my job. And there was this weird thing that I caught, right? And what you were just saying about the whole mean girl thing, I kind of experienced that, but on a very weird like level, right? Where people would come into my shop. I ended up being a district manager. I worked I want to say about 5 years, got it as a manager, and then went into a district manager position. And I noticed something is that when my customers would come in, the people I got the most disrespect and the most hate from when it came to customers were always other black women. And my thought process was very, why is this happening? Because I'm always so happy to see other black women come in, and I want them to know that I'm going to take care of you. We're not playing no price games. I know how we are. Don't come in here trying to sell her a bunch of stuff, messing with her. I'll take care of her. You feel what I'm saying? And that's always the goal. But there was this weird type of energy, almost like, and I hate saying this, but it felt like jealousy, almost like where I had one actually come in and be like, "Yeah, where's all the men at? Because I'm not working at the I'm not coming in here. Where's Chris at? Where's John at? And I'm just over here like, bro, I've been doing this a long time. I trained everybody you looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very uncomfortable situation when you spend all of your time, your blood, sweat, and tears. I'm talking about I got stepped on in this industry, stepped on. Yeah, no, definitely 22 down in my capabilities. But see, I'm the type of person that you're not finna elbow me out the way. I got past the bullying, past the name calling, the sexual harassment, we're gonna mess with your tools, we're gonna mess with your money. You can't bully me out of something I love. You can't do it.
And I
You feel me?
also think, like, even that, like, where are the men at? It's rooted in misogyny, right? That's why I say misogyny affects everyone, even women, right? Because why would you think that I'm less capable of this job? Like, you don't know me. And like you said,
I
I trained everybody here.
Yeah, yeah, and it was that, but in the beginning too, it was like I would doubt myself. I would mute myself a lot, right? Like, cause I come from, my grandma was working on cars in the 40s when she wasn't supposed to be, and my mom was a mechanic for 20 years as well. So I didn't come from a household where that's what it was. It wasn't predominantly men did this and women did that. My mama and my grandmama and my auntie never told me no. They never told me, you a girl, you supposed to do XYZ. They did the same with my brother. They didn't tell him, no, you not allowed to do XYZ. We did whatever we wanted to do as long as it was constructive, productive, and wasn't, anything that was going to harm us or anybody else. But they watched us in our creativity and helped us expand in those areas. So when I stepped out into the world and went to a workplace, my thought process is, what are all y'all doing here? Because I'm not used to even seeing no men working on no car. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like I knew that was like a thing, right? Watching TV and stuff like that. But I'm like, oh, that's just TV. You feel what I'm saying? Like they just, because I grew up in a house where it's like, real life. This is what women do. We make sure we get it done when we don't have a way to do it. My mom was fixing the refrigerator, the AC. I also have an HVAC. I've watched her do all this stuff. So in my brain, it was like, if it can't, you can't get nobody to do it, then go do it. Like, and after a while, it became, well, I can do it, so I'm never gonna pay nobody to do it. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that my discomfort, though, right, in working in this industry mainly came from the men being there and the amount of hate that I got. It's either one of two sides. They either want to me or they cannot stand me. There is no in between. They either cool with me and later on something come out the woodworks. I got flowers sitting on my desk. I got candy somewhere, something, little note, text message, something, or they want me to die. Like, I mean, unalive, my bad. But that's what I deal with, and I'm gonna keep it real. In this March of this year, I started working from home because I run my own business now, and I hate that. What pushed me towards that was the stress of being in that industry. I have never been this feminine in my life.
Mm.
It's almost uncomfortable for me now. I was not able to be a, a woman and be in my feminine energy while I was working at those places because I had to stand 10 toes with my chest out because I really had to let you know, if I got to do something to you, I will. Like, because it got to a point where it became dangerous for me to clock in.
Mm.
I'm talking about I've had by employees, by the
Well,
way.
I was going to
I've
ask you.
had, oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to ask you that. Did you feel safe? Because yeah, it sounded like a really hostile environment for you to have to like go in on defense every day. I bet that was mentally draining. Like,
I've had weapons pulled on me. I've had people come into the store. I hated doing inventory. I'm not gonna lie to you. Counting, you're measuring oil every month to make sure you're in the right place. They want to make sure ain't nobody taking nothing, right? So you got to measure the oil, and then whoever's above you comes in and does the same thing to make sure nothing, ain't nobody taking nothing out the stores. And so what I would do is I would get up dumb early. Dumb early. I'm talking about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. My shops used to open at about 7. And I would go and do inventory, all my air filters, cabin air filter, everything, little stuff, and then count my oil last. And I've had in that time 2 employees. One was when I first started managing, the other one was closer to when I left. Um, come into the store. One of them I had to have arrested. He was pressing the issue. I'm talking about when you pull up to most of these lube shops, there's no cameras downstairs underneath that ground where you pull your car over the hole. There's no cameras down there because it's stuff they don't put cameras down there like ever. On my phone right now, but if I
Yeah, I
was
thought it was just me.
downstairs, nah, she's mad at me right now, so she's yeah. But anyway, downstairs there's no cameras, and dude came down there and he came down there and like smacked and like grabbed and pulled me close to him, and I had to put my pistol in his face, like, and I really don't like I didn't want to do nothing to him. Fired a warning shot. This happened in Texas. Fired a warning shot. He got off me, took my gun apart, and I walked across the street to because I lived right across the street in my apartments, and had to sit there until the police came because I just knew in my mind I was going to jail. The police were like, "No, you're fine. Nobody got hurt. Where is he at? Da 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 da. Well, he's got this charge from this woman from last year. He shouldn't even be in this location, like in this area." Nothing happened with that. No charges pressed. No nothing. By the grace of God, nothing happened with that.
But that's ridiculous. She went teacup. No, but yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
My bad.
No, no, it's okay.
But yeah, like that was just yeah, horrible experience. And I've had some traumatizing stuff, and it's annoying because it's all in the name of me loving what I do.
Yeah.
They just wanted to see how far they could push me to get me out of that side of the industry, and I'm just like, it's never going to happen. And I said, you know what? Because the company, I'm not going to say the company I worked for, but the company I worked for, I'm going to make sure I open a shop across the street from every last one.
Oh, your audio's going bad again.
What'd you say?
Your audio went bad again.
Oh yeah, it was probably my signal, but
Oh no, she went teacup.
okay, yeah, I had to go turn my data off, but yeah, no, I'm gonna make sure they see me. Period.
Oh,
I'm
me
opening the
too.
shop across from everywhere, and I'm already got like for my own personal business, I've already got enough. But even then, still, I can't even walk in when I do my assessments because I run a mobile business, so I can't even do my assessments and tell them I'm the business owner because their first thought is, "You a black woman? What do you know about cars?"
Yeah, and it's
And like that's the truth of it. Like that, yeah.
even in like corporate America, it's the same in a more exhausting, like mentally draining kind of way too. Like it's very passive aggressive across the board, and I'm talking about all the men and all the women that you come across of every demographic. It's always they almost assume that you're incompetent or you're incapable or that you can't keep up. And then when you show them that you can, it's like almost insulting to them. It's passive aggressive corporate. Girl, You do not have to tell me about corporate America.
No, I said it's aggressive passive because if you got the
Okay.
complexion for protection, you definitely get away with being extra aggressive and passive.
Girl.
I've had some experience, and you know what's so crazy? In the comments, I said let's not get into sexual harassment in the workplace. As a black woman, when I tell you, I remember I used to work repairing phones. So we repaired phones, laptops, just all type of things, devices basically. And there was this guy I worked for. He was bisexual, okay, a Hispanic guy. And I remember I used to go in there and deal with the fact that this guy used to have a full blown beaner, okay, bloner. I don't know how to say it without it being. You get what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah.
He told me one day, it's just us two in there. We're repairing a little iPad, and he says to me, he's showing me how to do it. And he looks at me and says to me, sometimes I look at you and I want to kiss you because of your lips. And do you know, after that, when he used to ask me to go to dinner with him and his boyfriend, and I would deny, like, no, I'm not going, no thank you. And I remember when we finally, like, the tension was so high, just debating back and forth, because like I stopped staying late after that happened. Like I stopped like being overly helpful in spaces and places that created atmospheres where it's just us two. You get what I'm saying? So I remember the general manager said to me, have you guys had smecks? Or are you guys, dealing with each other outside of work? And I was so offended because it was like, for you to even assume that I would come to work and that would be something I would do, what about me gives you that impression? And it made me wonder, like, would you have asked any other woman, of any other, like, or what makes you think that I would come here and do something like that? It just was very offensive, and it's so creepy, the things that you experience and don't realize it young,
Yeah.
that is sexual harassment. And that's something they genuinely got away with doing to me.
No, yeah. I used to work. My God, you're rehashing horrible memories for me. I used to work at Sprint. Worst experience of my worst experience of my life. Okay, and that's I'm telling you, I worked with, like, let's say it was like 85% men, right? And that's including like the techs that were fixing the phones. You cannot imagine the men who come in and the way they talk to you, your coworkers, like they think you're stupid when you're trying to help them with like their bill. Sir, I'm not stupid. You're stupid. You didn't pay your bill and you know you didn't pay that motherfucking shit. Why are you barking at me? Who are you talking to? Like, it was just very, very disrespectful across the board. I did that like in college. I I've worked in corporate America where like men will like quote unquote remind you to do things, and it's in false concern. You don't gotta remind me to do shit. I know how to do my motherfucking job. Like, I'm not helpless. I'm not stupid. Also, if you don't come, like you were saying earlier, if you don't come in with a smile on your face every day, chipper, ready to be the entertainment, like I'm some kind of fucking circus clown, like I'm a party animal, you want me to make these weird ghetto jokes and be the stereotypical kind of person that you see on TV, like if I don't show up as that, then all of a sudden I'm aggressive, I'm rude, I'm no, like, am I a clown? Like,
Right? I am not your circus clown. You're a circus monkey. No.
am I a party clown?
I
What do you
felt
mean?
that I never could have a straight face, or I was deemed like you have that resting B face. I always felt like I always had to smile. That was exhausting. Like that being the face of their corporate America when you're in dealing with customers, you have to always stay calm to no matter what they say. You can't take offense to anything. You can't react right away, or even even if you say it in the most polite way, it's still not the time or the place for it. You know what I mean? Like you got to go through, go write up the complaint. You shouldn't say it right then, or go through the chain of commands. Like,
And
because
so,
if it was on the other foot and then
yeah,
if they handle it right then and there, it was appropriate. It's acceptable.
exactly. Like, if we're in a Zoom meeting and they try to call me out and then I correct them, and then it's like, oh, let's talk about it later. No, let's talk about it right now. Because when you thought you had a point to make, you didn't care about embarrassing me in front of all these people. So let's continue the conversation. You are wrong. I will CC you in this email again because you might have missed it. Yeah. And it's okay. I want to let the two new panelists go in the order you guys came in. Mon loves the Bay, and then the face of San Diego.
Hello. Thank you so much for making space. I just was listening to you guys' conversations about being Black in corporate America and just wanted to shine in as someone who's been in human resource for the past 20 years. It's definitely something where there are no real healthy spaces for Black women in particular in corporate America. I don't care what type of job you have, what industry. I've been in almost all of them. And the unfortunate part is we do have to code switch. We do have to embody somebody else when we get to work. Has nothing to do with maybe who we even genuinely are, or sometimes the way we come off is a threat to others. Very similar to what, I don't know who was saying, like, if we don't come off as like the ghetto person or the person that they think in their mind what Black people are supposed to act like, we become a threat. And it's really hard from a corporate landscape to create actual real safe spaces. I would say those safe spaces have to be outside of corporate America, and they usually are going to be with other Black women. Um, because even with Black men, I find that often they're not really creating spaces for us, where they're really just waiting for us. They want us to be order takers. Like, they want us to, hey, clean my house. Hey, help me with this, help me with that. They're not really willing to reciprocate or create an environment where it's reciprocal and we both have safe environments. It's more or less we're, order takers. But that's all. That's my time.
Okay, thank you for sharing, and I agree. Okay, the face of San Diego, you have the floor.
Thank you. The only thing that I could say is I'm not Black, I am a Hispanic female. But what I could say is that I love my Black girls. I really do. Whether or not you believe me or not, my daughter's a Black girl. Even my mom is dark. But the point is, you know, I guess really the only thing that I really could say is that don't think that people don't love you, I guess. You're beautiful, dark skin. Don't think that nobody likes that. And I have seen, I have had friends that were Black girls, and they think that nobody likes their dark skin, and that's probably one of the most heartbreaking things for me. This is definitely not what the hell we were talking about, but yeah, don't don't assume that people, of course there are a lot of people that were Latino or whatever, But don't think that we hate you like that. We don't. Maybe some people, some of us, um, some of us do. I'm not saying that there isn't racism in the dark skin, Latino community. Um, but um, but I don't.
Do you mind if 22 chimes in because she wanted to say something real quick?
I'm gonna shut myself up.
So I think the number one thing when people of other races join chats like this, the main thing when you're coming from a pure place, I'll just put it like that, because some conversations are not for everyone. Some conversations and spaces you should allow people to utilize that to talk about the things that are necessary for them. But because you came, I want to say, if you are going to speak about things and chime in on things, you have to have a level of confidence, okay? Because if you know you don't battle with racism, if you know you're aware of the things that happen, the oppression, the things that we battle with in our society and our communities, then it's okay for you to a certain level, certain aspect to come and share that if you're doing it in a sense of I'm rooting for you guys, I care, and you have to say that with confidence, because if not, it comes off like, okay, what are you scared of? Are you whispering in the closet? Like, say it
Um,
like you mean it. But I
okay,
get what
so
you're saying. And I'm going to assume you're talking about in the workspace. And I think that if that is something you really feel, the main thing you need to start doing going forward is to speak up.
no,
Because if you witness it, you see it, and you say nothing, then you are
no.
really not an ally.
Thank God, thank God, I don't have a workspace
Huh?
where I don't really have a workspace where
We can't really
We
hear you.
can't hear you, yeah.
okay,
Okay.
I don't want to yell. Um,
Get your
what I
phone.
will say is that um um even if I wouldn't
Was what?
in a workspace where
Are you just talking about in general?
you said you put oh my gosh.
The face, do you mind answering the prompt? Like, could you like answer the prompt and then just base your answer on the prompt and we can go from there? Because
Okay.
I just felt like it was a blanket statement that you made. So I feel like, okay, we can start from
Okay.
here.
All right. Um, no, I don't hate. Wait, hold on. Societies probably there are probably a lot of hateful places
No, hey, I
where
want to say, because I'm gonna be
oh
honest,
my
all right?
goodness.
Not to be shady, but the way you said society makes me feel like we need to establish that you understand what the question is before you go
Yes, I
to it.
do. I do. I
Okay.
do.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it isn't. There are probably a lot of hate towards black women, black men. There is a lot of hate. I'm not saying that there isn't, but I will also say that hold on.
Okay, here, how about this? I'm gonna let you gather your thoughts and then I'm gonna let you come back up. There we go. I
She
tried
needs to
for
say
as
some
long as I
racist.
could. I
She needs to
tried.
get very racial. I'm sorry, Ginger. I just had to say it. she didn't have the confidence to do it, but she wanted to say some things that no one was asking, because it's like, where are we headed with this? But I
Oh
just
my
wanted her to be bold
god.
enough to say it, because I'm like, bring
I
them in.
you know what? And I tried for as long as I could. I promise you, like
We're
y'all
like,
don't
perhaps a
understand.
salad, perhaps not.
If you have not been on my lives the last 3 freaking days, I promise you, I tried for as long as I could. Because I've been putting up with a lot the last couple days. Putting up with a lot. But the comprehension skills are in the trash, guys. I've been trying for days. I want y'all to come up here if you want to. Please, please, don't just know how to read, but you have to also understand so that we can have real dialogue and so that you can have something meaningful to say. Do you guys know that these lives are recorded? So when you come up here and say stupid shit, it's forever.
I want to ask your ladies' thoughts on something. I had a conversation with a friend, and she's in a GM position now. And I know you guys heard like having a black manager or having a supervisor that is a black woman. They're usually tougher. They're harder to have. And when I was talking to my friend, she was really worried about that narrative, and she's like, I understand why black women are so like headstrong in these lead positions, because they're just waiting on us to mess up. Like they're just waiting. I have to do everything in order. I can't give anybody any type of leadway or be too compassionate on one person and then be strong on another person. Like they're waiting for me to mess up. So I have to be this overall bitch, she feels like, all around, to show them that she's capable of doing this job. And I never looked at it at that point of view. What I used to hear people say, like, black women get in these positions, they get ahead of themselves, they get this like power rush. And I don't think, now I feel differently, like I see the pressure that they're under to be damn near perfect in a role that they're qualified to run, but nobody's perfect. No one's going to be perfect in anything that they do. They're going to make mistakes.
Absolutely. And this also shows up socially as well. And I want to get into that, but I want to let our newest panel member, the original, you have the floor.
Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks so much. I was just scrolling through doing the TikTok thing, and I saw the topic. Um, and yeah, it's kind of interesting what you were mentioning. My sister had we talked a little bit about that. Just especially like in the corporate world, how it encourages certain types of behaviors, sort of rewards certain types of things, just the way that it's set up. Versus, like if you were to start your own company and do things your own way. So it's kind of interesting to hear you say that, because I think a lot of people find that out when you move in, as you start to move in different rooms. If you do, desire to climb certain ladders, certain behaviors are advantageous for, making that climb. Whereas you might not really move that way, like in your heart of hearts, but if you're in certain worlds and in certain rooms, you find that in order to, you know, keep your place, or to move within them, you kind of have to operate a certain way, just like politics and things like that work. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I'll drop with that. I was just listening right now.
Okay, and that's true. Like you can never show up in spaces. I'll combat that. There's not a single space unless it's amongst other Black women that, as Black women, we can show up authentically ourselves, right? Because even when you're a daughter, you have to show up as a daughter. When you're a big sister, you have to show up as a big sister. When you're a corporate America, you have to show up as that version of you. When you show every space, you have to create a new version of yourself to show up. And amongst Black women is the only place that you do not have to be anything but whoever the fuck it is that you are.
Yeah, I mean that's true for everybody. I feel like that, because it's definitely true for probably all men, black men, white men, all different types of people. Where it's like, yeah, if you are in front of the Boy Scout troop, you got to be one kind of way, and if you're in front of the guys in the corporate boardroom, you got to be a different kind of way, and then if you're around, yeah. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, definitely having to like different roles that you kind of play throughout your life. Um, it can be stressful. Ain't no doubt about that. There's sometimes you get to like put your hair down, so to speak.
I would, my tiny bit of pushback to that is this, right? As a man, you get to show up as a man, right? You might have to show up a little bit differently as a black man in certain spaces, but a man nonetheless, right? Like nobody's asking you to like, hey, um watch your tone. Don't talk like that in front of the men. Like they might think you're too smart. Or don't talk like that there because they might think of this. Or don't do that. But you know what I'm saying? As opposed to
That happens. That actually does happen. I can speak as a black man. I would think probably with maybe with other men. I don't really know, but that does happen. I mean, I'm not going to say it's exactly the same, like, but I definitely hear your pain on that. Yeah, there definitely is. I feel that I can feel kind of what you're talking about. I'm not a woman, so I don't know exactly, but yeah, I know what you mean in some sense. That idea where it's like, well, like you're kind of expected. Like for instance, if I was like if I was like Shaquille O'Neal, when you
mhm.
come in the room, you're kind of expected to be a certain kind of way. You kind of have a role that people are kind of putting you in. It's like, well, what if I'm just a big softy and I just like to, I like to do, watercolor paintings. Like I can't exactly, that ain't the me that people are really going to accept. Like I kind of have to, that might be a role that I kind of have to, you know what I mean? It's like, it is similar. I'm not going to say it's the same, but I hear you. I definitely hear you.
Okay. Um I want to let the two new panel members go. Latafi, and if I pronounce your name wrong, please correct me.
Latif.
Latif. Thank you. And then Saint will go after.
Society says it's making space for. I don't necessarily think so. I think at some juncture they want you to feel as if they are, but in reality, I don't think they are actually giving you that kind of space necessarily to feel safe and vulnerable as much as y'all want to. I feel sometimes it's weaponized against you, especially in my line of work. Like I see how it affects most women, so I can't honestly say like sometimes, well, all the time it's an open door policy. It should be, but it's not, and it's unfair if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. Saint, you have the floor.
Hello. To answer the prompt, yeah, no, it's just making space for their labor, right? And their like creative input, depending on like what sector you're in. I guess like the best example I can give is that maybe almost 2.5, 3 years ago, I had finished up working at a job. So I work in like TV and film as like an editor. So I'd finished up a gig, and the company that my wife, who's also a director editor, worked at, she's been working there for roughly going on like 6 years. And so when they were looking to bring in more people, she got me recommended, and then like I ultimately got poured into the company. Now, mind you, she's been at that company for 6 years, putting in blood, sweat, and tears, really like revolutionized the workflow, helped them get a primetime Emmy nomination for a show that they worked on, really put in work. And still was like the highest she had gotten at that point was like lead assistant on shows, right? And so in my 6 month being there, I had gotten promoted to lead editor. Now, is my work ethic anywhere near my wife's? Hell no. I'm actually a terrible at my job. I just know how to talk well. But the people who were in charge, the white men, liked my gift of gab more than my wife's work ethic and decided to promote me because of it. Right? So when we talk about is there a space being made for their truth or just their labor, it's 100% the labor. Not necessarily, they don't want your input, they don't necessarily want you in totality. They want to use you to then get to the end result. And I'll end the plane there.
I'm glad you landed the plane there because it actually takes the conversation where I wanted to go, which was I fully agree with everything you said, but I would like to broaden it. I don't think it's just in the workplace, right? I think they want to use us for our labor and for all that we contribute. I mean, throughout history, right? Look at all the movements we have pioneered. Look at all the trends that we have started. Look at all that we have contributed to society, and every time they get the chance to, they completely erase us out of history, as if our contributions don't matter. But when it's time to rally, right? Who are they looking to? I mean, look at the state of the country right now. I remember after, the election, when Black women were like, you know what? Y'all think y'all know better? Y'all got it. And then less than 90 days after they were celebrating the decisions that they had made, they were screaming for where were we? Where are the Black women? Where are the Black people? Y'all said y'all got it. Y'all said y'all got it. So y'all got it. Like, why are you calling out to us, right? Even if we saved you, what would you do later? You would wipe us out of history and then put some white man or somebody that had nothing to do with, that showed up when it was time to take the pictures. You would put them as the face of the movement. So why even bother? And I want to open the panel. Does anybody want to join in, chime in the conversation?
Yes, I want to ask the men on the panel, at any point when you were working or when you were at your job career, had you ever witnessed a time where you could say a Black woman basically was utilized for her labor, but she was not like in a space where she could feel free to express her truths?
Absolutely.
Care to elaborate?
Found.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was just like she was waiting for like a yes or no from the middle of the panel. I didn't know it was an elaboration type of moment. But of course,
No, you good.
so I have a recent example. Maybe a couple days ago, the lights went out at our job, and most of the servers we have, of course, are females. So they were trying to figure out, well, what do we want to do? How we going to cash everybody out? How do we get tipped out? So the managers basically just said, you'll be okay. So as we're standing outside, I kind of made the assumption like, well, wouldn't you guys be able to just like tip everybody at a baseline, write it off and then just move forward like that? And the front of the house manager, he actually was like, yeah, we could. So why don't you do that then? You know what I mean? Like you had these women here working all day. And even when these motherfucking lights went out, y'all still had them doing stuff. And you can't pay them?
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I hope they sued.
Okay. Okay. Because you got me fucked up. I know I would have.
Really.
Yeah. And like, even like, since we're talking about the workspace, I was in human resources for a while. And I even remember when I first started fresh out of college, right? I was the HR, because I was new. I was the new HR girl. So I had to be this guy's personal assistant, which ick, right? Because he was this icky looking white guy, right? Who for some weird reason specifically wanted a Black woman for an assistant. And I was the unfortunate soul, right? And
Break that
every single time he would talk to me, it would be a comment about how much he likes Black women, about how much his first wife was a white tea woman who took it for everything he had. And he found this Black queen that picked him up from the trenches and saved him. And she's the reason why. That's why he admired. It gave me the ick every time he opened his mouth. Like, he could just look in my direction and my spine would vibrate. Like, ugh, he's about to talk to me, y'all. And I just had to get out of there. And I hate those type of experiences. And sometimes it's worse than the like thinking I'm incompetent, right? Like this weird need to like over explain how much you value Black women like the young woman did when she came up here,
Yeah.
it gives me the ick.
It's like fetishization, or like
Yeah,
Yeah.
borderline
I was trying to
fetishizing.
find a word. That's exactly what I think you might be.
Yeah.
Yuck. I'm just
Because
here to
you
do
be
my job.
saying to your
Like, could you
stepsis,
imagine?
oh, like,
Could you imagine that happening like the other way around?
Right.
It wouldn't. But
I know, but I'm just
the
saying, like,
scary part was the way that it was the admiration along with the disdain that made
yeah.
it
yeah,
very
like I
creepy.
think that's what did it.
It's
Like,
like, is you
I'm
cool?
like, okay, do you hate us or not? That's why I'm like, I think she wanted to say something racist.
I think he did, but he
What is
didn't kind of
happening? We're
like.
like a salad, a salad. No. What the heck? Trauma. I'm like, we just over here minding our business and you just saying something we didn't even ask. I said, do you understand? And she said, I'm not making fun of anything because that's not funny to me. That is horrible. The American education system is horrible because when she says society, I'm like, no. I
Right.
wanted to say gender. Can you read it and explain it in layman terms? Thank you.
I'm telling you, I've reached my peak of reading and explaining to
You
people.
got to. In the very beginning, when they get here, every time they join, say, I'm going to read the prompt. Don't ask them because they're ashamed and that's okay. It happens.
And you know what bothered me the most? It was the like extended silence and all the tongue clicks. And
Yeah.
nothing was being said. I don't mind the extended
I'm working on my
silence.
patience, so I just let it go. I was like, okay, this is perfect because I wanted to say something, but I was like, shut up, hush. That is your issue. Be quiet because I'll be ready to say it. Oh, a new one.
I know that had to be embarrassing. I hope you're not still here, sweetheart.
No, she saw that perhaps salad and she said, yeah, let me get myself off of here.
Yeah.
I hope you're
And
not
dipped
here,
out.
sweetheart. I apologize if you are, but girl, don't come back here. Block me.
Damn. We're on
Block
good.
me. Don't come back. Okay. I don't ever want you to find me again. The newest panel member game, you have the floor. Would you like me to read you the prompt or
Um,
look, I've had a day.
okay, you know what? Let me let you read it so that I fully understand.
Girl. Society says it's making space for Black women, but does it make space for their truth or just their labor?
Mm, I think it makes space for the truth that doesn't hurt. Like when Black women share their experiences, it's only nice to share their experience if it's coming from the right Black woman, the quote unquote ideal Black woman they would like to represent. And I think this tailors back to maybe historical evidence as well as like even just recent events. Um, like, I mean, some people have different like what's it called, opinions on the statue that happened in NYC, but I feel like that has a lot to do with people having certain categories they want Black people. Well, black. Let me not say Black people because at the end of the day, intersectionality still exists, but Black women to represent. And if it's not at this quote unquote best image of Black women that is talking, the rest are leftovers. And I feel like that's unacceptable because it doesn't give space for uh
For all
okay,
of us.
sorry, somebody just walked in. I
No,
was
I
like,
get what
wait.
you're saying. It doesn't make space for all of us because we're not a monolith.
Exactly.
The
So it's
type of
only
Black woman I
so
am is not the type of Black woman you are, and so on and so forth.
yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Somebody walked in, they forgot something. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. And I think it also has a lot to do with historical evidence showing like how after different groups of people, because I'm literally writing a paper on this right now, like women in the apartheid, they had to experience people telling them that their hair was not done a certain way, which left psychological effects black, them calling their hair kafir hair, meaning like bad hair, nappy hair, similar to how we call say nappy hair or bad hair. That is the same way how people will be like, oh, well, she doesn't look that put together. Is this the best person you could get? But that's literally a result of us being brainwashed into thinking that that type of black woman or that vision of a black woman is unacceptable.
Mm. I understand. That's like how the people talk about the sexy reds of the world. Like they try to use that as an insult to black women, but there are sexy reds of the world, just like there
She's
are
a woman that
Michelle
just so
Obama.
happens to be black. That's in that
Correct.
example. Like that's just all it is.
Correct. There's the Michelle Obamas. There's Venus and Serena's. We are not monoliths. You will find quirky black girls out here. You will find alternative.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that? Because I feel like, because I've heard a lot of y'all get up here, a couple of you guys talk about code switching, and I feel like something, and I spoke about that with my mom, and I spoke about like in scary movies, things like that, how like the black person, they don't die, like they'll make them die first, but realistically the things that we would do versus what they do would be different. And I'm like, maybe it's like the level of survival we had to be in. And I'm like, with code switching along with other things, do you think ever that it's maybe putting people in a position to feel comfortable because you are so, or we are so good at just playing a role to just make things float by, where you can just kind of go unseen to just make it through, knowing how things can go if you are seen and spotted out, then you become the target. Like, do y'all get what I'm saying?
I think,
No,
yeah.
yeah, I get what you're
We
I
saying.
feel
mastered adapting. You think because
Yes,
we
yeah.
mastered
adapting,
adapting? Yeah.
But
camouflaging, becoming what's necessary just to push through.
that's the problem with it though. To what extent do we keep on like trying to not stick out, trying not to bring too much attention, because at one point you will really just lose yourself. And that is really not the goal as a society. I feel like we should be able to accept people in different forms. And
I think more. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
What I was about to say, I think more so what it is I think instinctively we just automatically know how they perceive us, so we we kind of just allow them to
Learn to
feel
play the
like that.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we
it's
do
kind of like
that a
not showing
lot.
your
That
hand
is
too much.
tiring. And it's not even about being fake fraud. It's about, okay, let's read the room and I know how to adjust for the room.
Yeah, basically,
But then
yeah.
it puts us in a space where our truths are never told. We're never able to be, truthful or stand in our truth. So that's for me how it's been for me, because I'm a very verbal person. I express myself. I learned that at a very early age, and it's become very problematic in certain aspects, but I've learned to reel it in a little bit. So it
Hmm.
works. But I'm going to always speak what I feel is needed to be said, because it's always been what people need to hear, if that makes sense, in my personal life. So I say that to say, like, but I've also learned to kind of camouflage. The older I've gotten, the more like pushback I've received, I've learned to camouflage, to say what's needed to be said, but still camouflage, if that makes sense.
No,
I
person,
feel
I
like
get what you're saying. And you know, like I was telling Ginger, I'm finding myself isolating myself because I'm done. Like I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted adapting to every environment I have to go into. I have to analyze the crowd so I can make sure I can thrive in this environment that I'm about to walk into. You know I can thrive just being myself, but I know myself won't be accepted in this environment. I'm starting to be okay with not being desired by anybody else. I'm even when it comes to my male counterparts. Like I'm okay with not being desired. Like I'm just becoming okay with it.
yeah.
Yeah, because we're only human. There's only so much we can do. That's why sometimes I really don't blame people who say like, well, honestly, I don't feel like it no more. And it's okay because we're human at the end of the day. We can't try to fix everything. Just at least know you tried.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh,
I've actually found myself growing in the opposite direction recently, actually. I feel like I'm the firstborn daughter to immigrant parents.
mhm.
So growing up, I was the second parent. I was the assistant. I was the, you name it. I was that. Right. If a bill needed to get paid, I felt like I felt like a 35-year-old trapped in the body of a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was ridiculous. If there was translation needed, and I feel like as I've gotten older, I give less of a fuck. Yeah. And I I I have no desire to show up as anybody else at this point in my life. And hopefully and onward. I'm not gonna do it. I can't. I've done it for too long. And I implore all of you to stop giving a fuck. Because they feel the way they feel about you anyway. Think about it. Whether you code switch or you don't, whether you're the sexy red or the Michelle Obama, they're judging you all the same. You might as well be whoever the fuck it is that you are. You already think I'm a bitch. You already think I'm this. You already think I'm ghetto. You already think. So you know what? I am. What are you gonna do about it? I didn't think so. And that's how I'm moving through life now. Like, and maybe it's like from having a child that's made me like that. I really could care less these days. I just be too exhausted.
Funny you said that. I said that to my mom earlier, that like when I saw that post that said I need a son so I could do it for my son, and I said, hell no. I'm not doing that. And no, thank you.
Of
But
course.
I know a kid will make you just really have a different outlook on life, because I'm sure
Yeah.
just thinking about what they have to live through that you can't control.
Correct.
Like, no.
And I also think that's the wrong mindset to have a child too. Like in the back of their mind, because I know people say like, "Oh well, I don't want my child to go through what they went through." Well, if you have that mindset that, "Oh well, I'm doing all I can for you," that's fine. But your kid is saying that, so it's like, wait, hold on. Let me not. I don't think that's the right way to put that. No, that's no wrong. There's something. It's something else about that I didn't like. I forget. Let me just digest that first.
But what I
So
was gonna
what?
say is, like, I try to show up authentically myself because I'm raising girls, right? And I know what it's like when the world tells you you have to be a particular type of person in a particular type of environment at a particular type of time, and how rigid that could be. And I have no interest in making them rigid.
You know what it is for me? I feel like, now I'm gonna be honest. I have different beliefs. I'm not gonna talk about my beliefs because that's very personal for me, to me. Okay, but
Hmm.
I feel that every person is definitely made for different things. So for me, I believe that I am that type of person in my real life that's meant to pour into other people, but only because I'm replenished so easily. You get what I'm saying? Like, some people couldn't experience what I experience and bounce back as fast. If you get what I'm saying, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm meant to do what I do. But I had to realize, because when I realized that that's what I was meant to be, who I'm meant to be, what I'm meant to do, I also realized I have to be cautious of how much I allow people to take from me versus what they're pouring into me. Because it's like, you could be a light, you could be, what's the purpose of just pouring into other people because you have it to give. But there becomes like a level, or it gets to a level where it's like, yeah, I'm starting to give more than what I should. And that's something I had to learn when it comes to the people pleasing part, because it's like, I never even knew that term until like maybe 2, 3 years ago. And I'm like, oh God, to a certain extent, I'm doing this. And it's not because you feel weak, you want to be accepted, you need validation. It's because sometimes I can see the things people experience based off what I've experienced, where it makes me want to be an aid to you. Like, I would want to be to you what I didn't have when I was going through exactly what you're going through. But I've learned you have to pick and choose, and you have to know when to walk away from those situations and circumstances and people. You get what I'm saying? But I get exactly what you're saying, because I feel like at the times I was who I was supposed to be, needed to be, it was what I needed to be, who I was supposed to be. It hid me, it protected me, it guided me, it allowed me to learn in aspects I wouldn't have if I wouldn't have shut my mouth. So I don't know.
I
That's just my
understand
outlook on
what you're
that.
saying. Like, there was a lesson in the silence.
Mm,
I get that.
Like,
I don't know. It's something about being able to camouflage, not in a way of being fraudulent, being a fake, being a phony, in a way that you can camouflage certain things. Like I'm a very boisterous person. Do you know how much it felt like I would explode to not express myself to the fullest? I had to learn over time. You know, you kind of get more by learning to shh a little bit. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
what me.
some things my mom had to stress to me, like some things are just good to know. I struggled with that, but that's what I mean when it's like you have to kind of be a certain way. Like I can talk to a manager, speak like, because I'm a proper person, period. When I speak, regardless, I speak in a proper tone, basically. But I would know that they're talking to me in a certain way, and I've never presented myself that way to you, so it lets me know who you are. But I'm not going to act different with you because I know you have like some hidden like racist prejudice thoughts in your heart and mind because you're talking to me in a way I never spoke to you. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know if that makes you feel like you can relate. I don't know if y'all feel like I'm going on a tangent, but I feel
No,
like it
no.
all
I get
circulates
exactly what
to
you're
where it's
saying.
like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like you learn how to maneuver. I can't
yeah,
explain it. You learn to maneuver, not just be fake, but you learn to maneuver.
yeah.
I
Something
think
my
what you're really.
mom
I
used.
feel like.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So something my mom, something I took from my mom because she used to work in law for a long time. And sometimes we would go to like the whole company like picnic and stuff with other families. Like me and my siblings, we would like pick up on like her mannerisms, the way her speech, her dialect, and everything was different. Amongst these others, right? And so I remember one day she ended up telling us like essentially like people are like diamonds, right? There's always like a main face, and there's faces that encompass it. Not everyone is meant to see your main face, but it does not mean that you can't always present the professional or like the best version of yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a fake or fraudulent. It's just another side of you. And again, like not everyone's meant to see the main face or like the you that you expose to like your family and friends and stuff. That's not meant for everyone, but it doesn't mean that you can't always act with cool for court, in other situations. So that's kind of always something that I've adapted and kept in different areas. Like I'm always going to present, my best version, but you won't always get, my main face, so to speak.
Right.
Mm,
I completely agree with that, but my whole logic is I want to be able to teach that without the trauma that was attached to it for us to get there. Do you know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like there was a small level of trauma that was attached to you learning these things. And I want to teach them without that part. At least for me anyway. I want to teach those parts. I want to teach my children those parts of themselves without attaching certain things to that.
mm.
Oh,
I
hey,
don't think that's
Kendra.
possible. I think that's really just your mama bear kind of mindset because you're gonna have to let them live. Like
I know.
you're gonna have to let them go a little bit.
I know.
Because
But
that was literally my mom. Like my mom is very like I think high key. My mom was not even. She did not even want to let me work when I was in high school. Like I literally begged because I wanted to work, and that was when I opened my eyes. Like the passive aggressive managers, the oh you're the good one compliments. Like you just have to experience it. I feel like yeah, you're just gonna have to let them live.
I
um,
think the best thing to do is to at least, keep them aware of what is out there. So once they do see it, like they
they can
understand the
recognize it.
difference.
Yeah, that
I
is one
mean,
thing too.
because I'm gonna say it like this because my mother kept me sheltered. So for me, once I got older, a lot of things that she tried to hide me from, it just made me a lot more curious to want to try. But if she would have actually sat down and had the conversation with me, probably would have been a lot different.
Oh, and even certain things like I don't even know. Like, oh, if I got hurt at work, I sucked it up one time. Like, I got hurt because I don't know if y'all have ever worked in like you probably have it. You probably have older than me. I probably when you were younger, but there was a fridge inside the food like because I worked at this like restaurant, but it was more like a serving restaurant. So they had this huge like freezer, and the
Like a
door
walk-in
hit
freezer.
me. Yeah, like yeah, the walk-in freezer. It hit me inside my stomach, and I got a bruise. And I was sucked it up for days, bro. Like my mom was like, "What's wrong with you? Like, why are you holding your stomach?" And I was like, "Oh, I hurt myself." But it wasn't on purpose because the person who came, they hit me by mistake, like when they were coming out. And my mom was like, "You're supposed to report that, you know, right?" And I was like, "Oh, just little stuff like that. You just don't know." Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't mind little like life lessons. Like I know there are some things that I obviously can't protect them from,
Hmm.
but I want to do my best job to just I want to take from the things that I loved about my upbringing and discard the rest, right?
Yeah.
And start anew, right? Because I learned certain things not because my parents were like, "Oh yeah, like you need this to survive." It was to be of aid to them, right? I didn't learn how to pay bills because my parents felt like it was crucial. It was because they needed to be done. And I was the most fluent English speaker in the home, so it had to be me. Like, and I was the oldest, right? I just, I want to teach them those things, like I was saying, without the unnecessary baggage that came with it when it was my turn to learn.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So and it's just like a general question because I ask my sister this all the time because she got kids. But do you think like if most parents would have sat children down and gave them the opportunity instead of so to speak making it for them, that at least when it was like presented to them, for example, how they tell you don't do drugs or this, that, and the third, what if they like, oh, don't give you every kind of detail on it, like being transparent, not nothing to scare you, but just to keep you aware. Some kids probably wouldn't have did it. They'd be like, "Oh no, my mom told me about this." But if it's not all the proper information and what's the word I'm looking for? Peer pressure won't change that influence.
Um, I actually agree. I think that as a parent, it is your job to educate your child on, I think it is your job to be your child's first teacher, right?
Okay.
And that's for all of the good things in life and all of the bad, right? And you teach your kids not just by speaking to them and informing them, and I think that's very very important, but it's also in the way that you move as a human being as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think as long as we're all building well-rounded people, I think certain hurdles in life, I don't think anyone can avoid 100%, but I think your kids will make a lot more educated decisions with the information that they have, right? So not being
Yeah.
afraid to talk to your kids about, honestly, let's talk about it. Some people don't even talk to their kids, so
And
just
that's what I was
No.
trying to
there.
get at because it's like a lot of parents, they parent out of trauma or fear, and it kind of messes the child up.
Yeah, let's start with just talking to the babies. And I talk to. I'm a big advocate of talking to your kids about nothing because eventually nothing will become something down the line.
Exactly.
Are you okay with us stemming off of what you guys are saying right now, or do you want us to kind of rotate back towards the prompt?
I mean, however it
It's
goes.
open,
Because
please.
I really have something I want to say regarding that.
Yes.
So earlier, I know we spoke a lot. What is her name? Divinity and a couple of other people spoke on sexual things that younger girls have experienced. I feel that something that needs to become very vital, or something that is very vital in the Black community, something that we really have to start doing in the BLK community, is like allowing our daughters to date and kind of being more informative on what it is that they should be looking for in relationships and getting more comfortable with dating men so that our first experiences with men aren't when we're adults and we have the option to say, I'm ready to date. Like, we should really be getting familiar with men, young boys our ages, so that we are familiar once we're getting older with dealing with them. And it's not such a culture shock to women that are so like sheltered. That is so detrimental for the Black community. Also, SMEX needs to be discussed more in our communities because I think a lot of parents fear talking about those things for what it can kind of trigger in a child's mind versus understanding that if they have a deeper or better understanding of what that actually is, they may be more inclined not to make certain decisions or do certain things that can impose a certain trauma on another person accidentally because of their lack of knowledge of what it is that they're doing. Not an excuse, the reality.
Mm,
I
I want to touch on that. I
100%
want to
agree
touch on the
with
word
you.
knowledge. I think
Yeah,
that's what it is. I think a lot of the parents, or I'm gonna say like the older generation, I don't think a lot of them really had the knowledge. But I just want to acknowledge that. But I do 100% agree with what you're saying.
yeah, I agree. I actually, in my community, I had very progressive parents for this one specific reason, and that was because
me too.
my parents talked to me all the time, all the time. My parents, I know it's weird to say, but my parents were my friends growing up, like appropriately, guys, appropriately. My parents did a really good job at meeting me at every stage that I was at. And because like we always talk, because my parents even like about little things like, hey, how's homework? You know, how's it eventually snowballs into bigger things. And then it allowed my parents to be comfortable with talking to me about, hey, you're 17. If you like a boy, bring him home. If he doesn't like you enough to come and meet me, that's how my dad would say. My dad would be like, if he doesn't like you enough to come and meet me, then he doesn't like you, period. And that
Period.
was my thing. Like, my dad, because my dad understood, like, she's about to be an adult. Like, what can I do when she becomes an adult? Nothing. So it was at 17, I was allowed to date, and any single boy that liked me enough had to meet my dad, period. And oddly enough, I've actually carried that with me my whole life. Like, I cannot tell you a guy that I've seriously considered that hasn't met my father. And my father has, because he taught me young. I remember I was dating this boy. My dad flat out was like, I don't like him. But you know what? Go ahead. But I don't like him. And here's why I don't like him. And because we had that open line of communication, when he would do stuff, I would tell my dad, like, see, don't do that. And that kind of helped me later on in life with dating. And also, that's also why I don't tolerate shit from these niggas. Let me tell you that.
Yeah,
That's why I don't
I
tolerate
think that's what
shit
it
from
is
these
too. You
niggas.
had a role model.
Yeah, like, and you really had to be my dad, and my dad really don't play. Like,
I think that's
that would
awesome
make
though.
me
I ain't
feel
gonna lie
really
to you.
uncomfortable.
No, but my dad was not. My dad told me that at 19. That's how delayed it was. Like I had older brothers, they were not with it. Like, and that's the kill part because I think that's the sick part. But I don't know. They definitely was not having it. So I didn't start dating until I was definitely an adult. I mean, of course, you had people you would chit chat with on the phone, but not a relationship, movies, things like that. No, if it was, it wasn't permission. So.
Yeah.
No,
Mm,
I agree because almost every guy that my sister even concerned herself about talking to or liking, I wasn't with none of that. And I'm gonna say this from experience. That's because around that time, that's all I was doing was doing the same thing everybody else was doing. So like I'd be damned if a nigga did that shit to my sister.
also, you would. Oh, and then again, I feel like also the education for boys is also another thing. Like, I'm never gonna have children anytime soon, but I would be damned if my son were to say something like, well, I did this to her on a phone call. I feel like also the way we talk about our partners or people we like is just disrespectful, and I think that could also be learned.
But I also would like to like say, like, don't you think it's like a tiny bit of a disservice? Because like you said, like you was doing what you was doing. But don't you think if someone sat her down and was like, hey, this is what you watch out for. These are the type of men that this is the lie he's gonna tell you. Now she's able to make an even more informed decision, and also,
Exactly.
and she can make it with guardrails. Think about it. Once she goes off to college, there's quite literally nothing you could do, right? You don't know, right? So wouldn't you want to teach her with your supervision before you just send her off and just hope for the best?
You know the worst part is that I agree, Ginger. Men don't do that though, because when I think of any time a man has in any way had a quote unquote conversation with me about dating and things like that, my brothers, my uncle, my dad, like stepdad, they never would say specific things or experiences that could possibly happen from a man who means me no good. They would only say they mean me no good. And that is a crazy thing to say. And when I'm on these panels to see so many men that get upset about the things that are said, it's like men are saying the same things. So I'm not too sure. You know, it's got to be something in it. The juice, the pudding, the
Yeah,
milk,
I can just
it's
speak
something
from
in it.
experience. Like
I was
at
about to
10
say,
years
yeah.
old, my dad was like, "Do you know about the birds and the bees?" And I was like, "Nah," and he was like, "Good," and that was it. That was the
What?
entire that was the entire conversation. It wouldn't
My
it would
grandpa would tell me
it
the
would
same
be
thing.
like, yeah, it would be like 2 years later at the library. I found out about sex. I found out about biology because both my parents, being a part of the Christian faith, also made them very prudish. And
Mm-mm.
so we weren't allowed to say things like breast,
Hmm.
vagina, penis.
That's weird.
Those things would get you popped in the mouth. That's being
Yep.
vulgar. And because of that, all my siblings, when we left the house to go out to college and stuff, we we succumbed to kids' curiosity. And had we had just had my parents made time to
Yeah.
actually had conversations, meaningful conversations, instead of being like, I don't want to talk about it and don't ask me about it. But it's like it's still gonna happen regardless. I'm still gonna find someone who I'm attracted to, who I'm interested in having sex with. My sisters, went to college and literally they both went 2 years apart, and both in their junior year came back pregnant. Had they had
Wow.
conversations, maybe they would have avoided that. I can't say for certain, but I know that
They
does
would have.
it
I
does
It
agree.
definitely would have
it is
played a
something
part.
that like
That
yeah.
would have played a
I
big part.
100% agree. And I think the reason my father like over informed me of so many things is because for a very long time he was a single father, right? So he felt like I think it was his trauma response of information overload, right? But it was to my benefit. I'll give him that. Like
No, literally. I think that's also from my mom too, because she didn't necessarily have a child. I mean, she did. Yeah, let me not put my business on the internet. Oh well, my mom's business on the internet. But yeah, my mom. I mean, yes, she's Christian and all. My dad is Muslim. Okay, I'll give you that. I'm Nigerian. Okay, I take that for reference. That's the reason why that's the thing. Okay, but because my dad is Muslim but my mom is Christian, I feel like because my mom is Christian though, is the reason why I got more information. I don't know if that's the same. It's probably not the same experience for a lot of people, but my dad would hate talking about bodies or whatever, but my mom would say everything. And plus, my mom is a nurse, so bro. My mom taught me all the parts of the ovaries and all like the female reproductive system when I was in like third grade. Dead ass.
My
My mom
mom.
was like that.
Go ahead, love.
Yeah, my mom was like that, and even when I was in like freaking, I don't know, she would catch me on the phone with my friends in the little group chat. She'd be like, "Oh, do you have a boy you like? Oh, please tell me." No, 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 no. Like that was when I was younger, and I don't think I've ever been afraid to tell my mom if
anything.
I'm interested in somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I
Yeah,
also go ahead,
for my
Quentin.
dad, he was definitely like he made me like I had okay, so I didn't talk to my dad about anything when it came to dating things like that until like once it was already done and I had my first little heartbreak, tried to go and disclose it to him and he just said something that was so chauvinistic. I'm gonna be honest, my dad is very chauvinistic, misogynistic. I'm gonna be honest. And some of my thought process, I'm sure Ginger, you've noticed with some of my thoughts, you could probably tell that it's like, something's triggering that. But I do have a dad that is very much so that guy, a very much so manly man. But I don't say that in like a superficial
Negative.
way. My dad worked hard. So I mean it when I say it. He is in every aspect a man, okay? So, and what I would define as a man, a type of man I would want, aside from some things, of course. But anyway, but with my mom, when I first came to the thought, like maybe around 16, that I thought I wanted to engage in certain things, she let me really just start talking to the point that I talked myself out of it. And that was her method. Like she wouldn't chime in, she would just sit there and just let me ramble. And then by the time I was done rambling, she would say, "Okay, when I said, Mom, I think I want a such and such. Okay, we know what I'm talking about." She was like, "What makes you want to do that?" I talked so long that I talked myself out of doing it. And those were the type of things that she would do in the type of space she created for me. And that is so important that you can't be so uncomfortable with how it feels to see your baby being like someone growing into an
an
young
adult.
man, an adult, a young woman, an adult. You can't be so uncomfortable with that you don't talk about it to the point that it's to their detriment. And I think a lot of parents don't acknowledge that or say that because their traumas they don't talk about because of what they're scared they're putting your mom to do. But
Yeah.
that's important. That would kind of cease a lot of things that go on and stop us from a lot of heartbreaks, unnecessary experiences if we were given that heads up ahead of time. And boys would talk the same thing,
Yeah.
not
My
Yeah,
my
how to
thing
be
I
a
was
wife.
my thing was that my dad was actually the complete opposite. My dad is the baby of 12 children. Right.
mm,
Um
They nosy.
older sisters, a bunch of brothers. His siblings did most of the raising. You know how it goes.
No,
The
literally.
sad story of all the kids. And I think it just made him like, the babies of the family. Like they're free spirits and they go with the flow. And that is my dad. He embodies the youngest sibling archetype to the core. So I think that that's why he was. My dad's a big feminist, right? My dad is anti-establishment, and you probably can tell by the way I talk, where I run my lives. My dad is anti-establishment, anti-patriarchy, take the man down, real like my dad's a hippie, okay? Let's call it what it is. And I think that's why he raised me the way he did, and especially by being a single dad, which in my community is already shocking in itself,
Oh,
right?
period.
He really was like, oh, information overload for her. Like, you need to know all of this, okay? Because when I turn my blind, I'm not with you all the time, so I got to give you all this information at once. So in case something happens, you can protect yourself. And I think that's what he was doing. So that's why I say sometimes he was probably operating in a little bit of trauma, but it worked out in my favor, I guess. Um, I do want to let God speak, as she's the newest member.
Hey, friends.
Hey.
Hey, Ginger.
Hey.
Um,
You missed all the nonsense this weekend.
okay, look, Louis trying to come in all sweet, like, hey, hey, friends. Um, yeah, I was just listening to like all the different dads, and I was like just typing in the comments because I don't really know how to call it. Um, my parents were like, it wasn't super strict, and so it wasn't really nothing for me to rebel against. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did have smacks, it was like just be safe, that kind of house.
they
But
gave
there
you
was like this undertone of like boys are bad. Like I had a dad who was like really really sweet Gemini, gentle giant. But then I had a stepdad who was a Gemini. He was like the rock star Gemini, cussed, loved rap music, wore hard bottom shoes from Philly, shorts. And his sex talk was like, "Don't be sucking these niggas' dicks," and I was like, "Huh? Okay." Thanks for that. Like he was just like really concerned about us like giving fellatio. Like it was like really top of mind for him. And like he really, I mean, that's all he. So I guess for me, it was just like it was easy for me to kind of like I don't know. I just started being like, let me write this manifesto of like what happens if I don't hunch, and then the joke went on way too long, and then I like made it through undergrad, and let's just say things haven't switched since. But it wasn't because and people always ask like, were your parents religious? Or it just was because I'll rebel against anything. So that wasn't really something to rebel against. Like my mom was the type of mom like the boys could come over as long as she was there, you know. So I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? So sometimes I feel like open kids, because all my kids, I was like preacher kids. They was hot in the pants. And my daddy was Muslim, but he was like FOI Muslim, nation Muslim, different. So it wasn't really all that like somebody said they were like Niger Muslim. I feel like that's different.
Mhm.
So yeah, girl, I'm just listening and hearing all the daddy stories. It's making me miss my daddy. Shoot.
Okay. Let
I
me tell
have
you
two
guys, let me
questions.
say thank you for this live, guys. After the last couple of days, when I clicked on that live button, I sighed. Right? I just was like, they're about to piss me off. And I'm so happy about y'all don't even have to talk about the pomp. That's how happy I am. We can talk about whatever, guys. Cause
I do have a question for God if she doesn't mind.
yes, and
Or
then the
is
newest
that yours?
member, Love, can go.
Okay. Um we don't really ask about pronouns and stuff, so I'm not trying to offend anybody, okay? When I say what I say, okay? So what I see is what I say. I'm sorry if that's offensive, but I want to ask her a question. So, do you feel that that was something that was a beneficial experience for you in your life? If so, why? And if not, why? And if maybe some things you could take away or wish would have been different or could have been different for you, how do you think it has affected you in your life for your parents to be, I guess, considered lenient?
Mm,
Another question.
I Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna make it quick. But I feel like it's only been a benefit. The only time I think, like, sometimes I do think about the other side of this, like, damn, am I taking this shit too far? I still haven't had a boyfriend. I still haven't had sex. I'm getting kind of up there. And all my friends who are fucking are like, bitch, you're not missing shit. So it doesn't make me really feel like down to like get it, because literally all my friends who are getting dick are like, bitch, it's not that deep. So I'm like, when is it that deep? So I'm just confused. So I'm just chilling right now. And my parents are like still supportive of me chilling. So yeah, they're not really the fan like bring me a baby. Like, my brother's all on that. He's a Capricorn. So he'll have plenty of babies. So yeah.
Not too much on the earth signs, please. I'm a
Having two
Virgo.
lows. I was like,
And I do. But yes, love, you have the
You're a
floor.
Taurus?
Go ahead. You're a Taurus?
No, I'm asking, are you a Taurus?
No, I'm a Virgo.
I
Oh
am.
goodness, I could see that. Okay.
please,
No,
I'm
you
a
can tell this is
Virgo.
water.
What are you, dumpster? Tutu?
Wait, what
Huh?
is it with
It's
Tauruses?
22 Dump Street, like 21 Jump Street.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, what's your
Oh.
sign?
I'm watery, Cancer.
Oh, messy
Mm.
bitch.
But a lot of air in my chart.
Oh, so
So
you don't
air
give a
and
fuck.
fire like crazy.
That's
My
fire.
Lilith is Scorpio, so I'm good at revenge, but I'm really nice.
I'm a Scorpio Venus, so it's like I think my Scorpio Venus went the other
Ooh,
way.
feisty in love life.
Yeah, but that's what they say. But I think it's made me like fall in love with people that I've never met.
Y'all do. Y'all
Yeah,
do,
I'm just
but
like
y'all
living
are
in limerence.
hell.
Like I'm like,
Y'all be loving okay, let's
Oh,
not get
do me
into
next,
it.
do me
Let me
next.
stop.
Can you do me next? And then I'm gonna let love go.
yeah, let the next
But
person go, and I'll get you all. Just send me the chart, girl. I love you.
okay. Okay.
Period.
I'm a Sagittarius rising.
Damn.
Stop.
Y'all are something else.
Stop.
My
Wait, hold
cousin
up.
was a
Please,
Sag.
please. Let me defend myself. Please. Let me
Wait,
defend
what is your
myself.
Saturn?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll find out. But
Don't be
let me
putting your
just tell
charts
let
out
me
there in the
tell you
world,
my
girl.
big
That's dangerous.
let me tell you
No,
my
it's
big
not
three. I
that
can tell
dangerous.
you
It's
guys
a
my
little
big
chart that
three.
we done.
I'm a Sagittarius rising.
That's
Mm.
I'm a
profit.
I'm a Virgo sun.
Oh, sexy ass.
And I'm a Taurus moon.
Girl,
Oh,
you ain't had
Inshallah,
no
Barakallah
problem
for
getting no
Ooh.
date
fire.
ever in your life. These niggas love you. Yes,
that
man.
moon is something else.
Leave me
Make you,
alone, please.
make you want to.
That moon, you better be cautious, girl. That moon is something else.
Wait, what
Y'all,
is?
I am happily married, please.
I was,
Oh no, she's definitely
girl,
happily married with a Taurus moon. That's like you are just like people just take care of you everywhere you go. You
not
got this
even, I'm
thing.
talking about the repercussions of the bad side
Okay?
is
Mhm.
crazy.
It
But she
is.
got that Sag in the big three that's keeping her
And
lucky.
that's even worse.
Well, no, we're lucky
My
as
Sagittarius
motherfucker.
cousin tried to murder me.
Ooh,
Well, you probably
What?
deserved it. You probably
not too
deserved
much.
it.
Don't
No,
expose us too much here.
that
Don't
bitch is
expose us too much.
trouble. Very much so trouble.
I'm
Don't expose
always
us too
taking up
much.
for my Sag queens and
Yeah,
Nicki
my
Please.
Lilith
Minaj.
is a Sagittarius. So like,
And
That's
honestly,
my
I
your
husband is
have
repressed
mine
desires.
Sagittarius
too.
too.
Oh, really? Two Sag
Yeah.
Liliths. That means that's your repressed desires. So there's a part of you that wants to be
to be
deeply
somebody
Absolutely
like
else.
not.
like
I've done
Nicki Minaj.
enough.
Right. At
I've done
times, I think
enough.
of a version of myself that I could really beat you up, but I really just
Yes.
won't.
Now I think
And
about
you
the
kind of like
grace from
want
the
to run
things
away
I
from it
did
all.
do.
Right.
Like
Wait,
maybe like
guys,
when
we
you're
have to we have to let love go. Go ahead,
oh
love. I'm
sorry.
so sorry, girl. We got carried away.
Good evening. Are we talking about the current conversation or the prompt?
Well, either or. It's open tonight. It's a good night. We can talk about whatever you want.
To the prompt, I think people want black women to say certain commentary that makes people comfortable. So as long as you're making the public comfortable, you can say what you want. I
Hmm.
don't think they actually do want raw, filtered or unfiltered truth from black women.
That's why
I
they don't
think
like Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama is one of the most eloquent leaders. She should
No,
have been
that's why they don't
president.
like her.
Yeah, exactly why. But she's very eloquent though.
Seals, I
She
think,
is
is
more
a good
politically
example.
correct than most people are normally are too. So they normally hate her for no reason.
If y'all actually no, y'all need to listen to her book. Okay, if you read her book,
No, I haven't read that yet.
yo, this is why they don't like her. I love her though.
I gotta read this
I
book.
feel
Oh
like
my
a
god.
good example of that is too like Amanda Seals. Even though I don't listen to
What's
everything
that?
she be saying, I feel like people really hate her.
They do.
What is
Like
it?
they hate her.
People hate
Because she's more
quirky.
Oh,
abrasive.
okay.
That she's
People
willing
hate.
to go
It's
neck and neck
different.
and not care about being
You like
apologetic
it?
about it.
I don't
Not
understand
a-
why, but people really do not
Oh.
like quirky
Oh, well
black
then.
girls.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like I
hold
feel
on,
like they
fight
like
back.
made space
Put
for
your hold
Issa,
on,
but not
fight
her.
back.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Wait,
hear you.
hold up, y'all. Get your 13 seconds of fame. Go ahead.
13
Go ahead,
seconds.
30. Go ahead, 30. You got it.
What I said?
Go ahead. You got the floor. Come on.
Oh, yeah, ho, we like that. Put your hold on, fight back. Stomp down, real sweet, The fuck? How you doing today, Ginger?
At least rap on beat.
Huh?
I'm doing
Oh,
okay. Are you happy with your moment?
A little bit. Black man don't never have a space to say nothing, so I gotta create my own space.
This is
well,
my
get a
space.
studio.
Nah, that was Monta Leo's song. I was just rapping her song.
Oh, but so you saying a black woman's word trying to take credit for him.
Hey,
Correct.
she from the South. She from where I'm
We
at.
don't give a fuck
I can
about a
rap her
nigga.
shit.
I don't give a fuck about a bitch for real.
Right. I'm really that bitch for
For
real.
real.
Hey, she from the South. She from where I'm at. So I
Hmm.
can rap her shit if I want to.
She said she don't like y'all niggas. She only niggas she like is her
Because I know
niggas.
plenty of women like her.
She said she only like her niggas. She don't like none of y'all niggas.
How she
Did
don't
they
like
answer
people
the
from the South?
prompts?
They
No.
Make that make
didn't.
sense.
He just
His
came up here.
Yeah,
negative.
all of them answered the prompt.
He's
Yeah,
just
he comes
talking.
up here for
Listen,
some attention, y'all. And look, he got it.
Yeah, ho, we like that. Put that hold on, fight back.
Tonight is a good night, and I'm not trying to argue, so he got it. He
Okay.
caught me on a good day. He got it.
Hey, why your name God? You ain't no God.
Oh god.
Yes, yes. I'm just gonna keep it cool, Ginger, because Ginger's in a good mood.
Nah,
And
tear him up.
You said you want to get your ass so up.
you said you eat ass?
Yeah, I do eat ass. Woman
Man
ass.
ass.
I eat woman ass.
No, you said you eat man ass?
I said I eat woman ass.
You said a man was in your ass.
You said you like to get your ass ate.
Yeah, nigga, I'm a girl. That's what girls do.
Okay then. What's wrong with
Yeah.
that?
I don't know what's wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you like a man ass. You know, I ain't homophobic. I
Well,
don't care.
I'm not a let me stop before I get her
Yeah,
her
then
line.
chill out, bro. Don't be
Let
like
me
that.
stop. Let me stop.
Love is
Cause I was
love.
about to say the F word. Let me stop.
Don't be like that. You better than
Correct.
But
that,
look,
black man.
hey, I just fucked my ex girlfriend last night.
Please.
Oh,
Right. Please.
So ghetto.
society says it's making space for black women, but does it make space for the truth or just their labor? Society has made space for black women since the 1950s, 1940s. Black women have always had space to say and do whatever they want. Black women have so much space that they have said,
Oh,
we're
sorry.
not giving y'all niggas no space. We're going to give it to all the black women. Black women get celebrated for doing everything. Black men don't get celebrated for shit. And as we're men, so I guess we should be celebrated. You know what I mean? Our lives don't mean nothing. Don't nobody give a fuck about a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are what they call it, dispensable. You know what I'm saying? So they don't give a fuck about no real niggas. That's why niggas don't give a fuck because don't nobody give a fuck about niggas. You know what I'm saying? Black women, people love black women. They want to copy black women. They want to do everything black women do. You know what I'm saying? They love black women. Hell, I only date black women. I don't date no YC woman and none of that shit. I only date black women. You know what I'm saying? I love black women, but I can also acknowledge that black women they get a lot of motherfucking leniency and they get a lot of space, you know what I'm saying, to do a lot of shit
So
that they
you
ain't got no business
so you
doing.
said 40s and 50s. That was during the Jim Crow era. So how were they able to have a voice during the Jim Crow era to say their truth?
Easy. Uh, they was
Black
able to
men
have a
got the
voice
right to
within.
vote before black women, though.
They was
And y'all
able to have a.
almost got the right to vote before the white woman if it wasn't for poor Margaret Sanger. She
I'm
got on your ass and
I'm
said
stuck
that
on
that
black
nigga
women having a voice during Jim Crow's era, though. That's what I'm still stuck on.
because you was
How
able
were
to
they
Yeah,
vote.
able to
y'all
have
had
a
a voice.
voice?
Y'all had a voice within the black community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had
How?
a
They
voice
had
because, ma'am, I'm talking.
Oh my
You
God,
and
you
I.
got him
You're ahistorical. I'm
started.
sorry. You're ahistorical. I apologize for correcting your era time.
Yeah, she just want to
My
know that
bad.
she was just giving you facts. So I don't know who
All
this
right,
30.
well,
is.
look, let's skip over the 40s and 50s and let's go to the
Oh, now
60s.
Oh
you want
my
to change?
goodness. Oh my goodness, 30.
Look, the 60s and the 70s, the black
No,
women.
let's go back to the 1916 when slavery was
I don't want
first
to go that far.
abolished and y'all niggas took to the streets with signs begging for the right to get white women coochie.
Who
Black
begged for the
men.
right to fuck with a white Darren Demon?
Yeah, y'all sure
Huh?
did. Y'all was in, let me put the picture up. Y'all was in the street with
That wasn't me. You
signs
must be talking about Saint.
begging
Cause
for the
I'm too much
slave
of a real
master's
nigga
daughter.
to ever stick my
Y'all
big
thought
dick
y'all was
inside a
gonna
white
fuck to
woman.
a revolution. That's what y'all
I
thought.
don't fuck with white people.
Well, you better tell your forefathers.
Them ain't my forefathers. I got answers.
You got answers.
I got ancestors.
Oh, okay. Bless your heart, baby.
I'm a real, hey, look, hey, straight up out that south. You know what I'm saying? Gold in my mouth. Real nigga. Bow,
Is that
bow,
what a
bow,
real
bow,
nigga
bow.
is? Why would somebody want one of those? I don't want a real nigga. I want a fake nigga. You real niggas is too ghetto for me. All that shit, nigga. What's your credit score? Fuck golds in your mouth, nigga. We grown. Give a fuck.
Hey, I got two houses, two cars.
Mm-hmm. And he
Hey,
does this every
I
time.
pay a
2
I like
mortgage.
to hear
houses,
that kind
2
of shit.
I
cars.
pay
Start
a
with that.
What
mortgage.
kind of cars? Is it a Ford Focus?
No.
What
I'll
was
tell you
it?
right now. I'm gonna go on his Facebook.
Girl
You
car.
want to be my Facebook friend?
No, I don't want to be a friend, baby. It's okay.
Okay then.
But I want to see your card so I can find out.
Y'all are cracking me up tonight.
If you say it's a Ford Focus, they gonna say that's your girlfriend car. So don't you tell them it's Ford Focus. I'm telling you now, don't say that. Say something real manly. Even if you lying, that's your
He
only
got a
opportunity
Kia.
out of what's happening next. Okay.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, black man. But I'm just saying you should leave. You should leave with that. You know, I'm a homeowner, cool shit like that. Now I'm a real nigga, nigging out. Nobody want to hear that shit, bro.
That's my truck. That's my
Right,
work
right.
truck. That's that
Okay.
Hemi motherfucker. Now let me go to my car.
What's up with them pants?
Ooh.
What's up with the pants? 30 round.
What's wrong with my pants?
I don't like them pants 30 round.
You
It's the
don't like them, don't
YNs.
it?
You a OG.
I'm just trying to put them on. I'm putting you down. I'm
You
Right.
putting you
can't put me
on.
down.
Putting you down.
I'm putting you on.
Don't put me on.
I'm trying to put you on. The bitches don't like that patchwork shit.
Oh, they
You said
don't?
bitches don't like what?
That patchwork shit. They think it's some
I
other
Women,
mean,
shit.
bro, I got
women
plenty
don't
fits,
either.
bro. Chill.
Rumpelstiltskin.
I got plenty fits, bro. Chill.
Oh, you got a little Jeepiana?
I got plenty fits, bro. Chill.
He keep a little Jeep. Jeepiana.
I got plenty fits, bro. Chill. I'm
You
not
got
one of
bad
these.
bitch cars.
Hey,
Or
look,
like
I
you,
got
you got
two.
like
Hey, look, I
the
got two
bad bitch
jobs.
in high
I'm
school
not.
cars.
I got a bad bitch. So you want to see my bitch?
Let's see the bitch.
Huh?
Right. Show everybody
Please
watching
do not put
your.
no, please don't put your friend up here because I will be contacting these young ladies.
Go ahead, put
What?
her up so we
Come
can
on,
all
show me
see.
some third round. Blow my socks.
Why?
You the one who offered. Now don't be
Mind you,
pussyfooting.
y'all, he be up here flirting with the women's. Ooh,
Cheating. You got that Jezebel
show
spirit.
us what she look like.
So it's flirt.
Mhm.
So me talking to women is flirting.
Yes.
I don't know.
Y'all wild.
Can your old lady go talk to a whole bunch of men at the bar?
Nope. Nope.
Exactly. So then tighten up, little nigga.
Sound like to me you just crazy.
That's all you got.
Right. Of
I
course.
don't want to
Hi,
Sat
disrespect you,
here
girl.
and
30.
freestyled. It
Savvy
said
Dollars.
nothing of relevance and told her that she's crazy.
No, she is
Savvy
pretty.
Dollars
And
said
you
that you
didn't
have
get
a.
permission to put her on this
You
panel, and she's
I
didn't.
still gonna
know
be
that poor
upset
girl
about it.
probably so embarrassed. Like, damn, I gave 30 round a little. on the low on a Thursday night. He claiming me. I hate that. Could y'all imagine if your ugliest eater started posting your pictures? Bitch, I'd be mortified. No shade. Like, sometimes it just be for the plot, 30 rounds.
Let me see how you look, dog.
30 rounds.
I
Somebody,
look good as fuck, but I'm on my spam, bro. I be talking too crazy on here to show my face. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's always the
Same
30
G.
motherfuckers,
rounds.
dog. It's
I
all,
look good, though. I promise you that. I
I
sound
can't
crazy, though, because
tell.
I went to one of them
Show a
escape
picture.
rooms.
30 rounds.
Show a
They
picture.
said that you have a Jezebel spirit.
Show
Yes,
a
indeed.
picture.
Sodom or Gomorrah.
Show a
Sodom
picture.
and Gomorrah.
Oh,
Please, G,
that's how you
chill,
know I'm
bro.
Muslim. I don't even know today.
Chill, bro. Just
Hey,
don't even.
hey, look. I can't take you serious unless I see a picture of you.
Oh, it's okay. I don't want to be
What?
taken seriously by patchwork pants.
Wait, somebody wants to come up. Let's see. Good vibes, y'all. Good vibes.
Yeah, me personally, yeah, I believe that all women
Shut the fuck
basically.
up.
Hey, hey, hey. Cut it out before I get you up out of here. We chilling right now. Stop at 30. Go ahead, sir. I apologize.
Damn, I feel disrespected still.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please answer the prompt.
Me personally, I believe that majority of black women just want us dead. You know,
Ooh,
yeah, that's just my experience.
I don't know where you drew that from. I'm sorry.
What a
We
Debbie
can't hold
Downer.
you. It's a good vibes,
That's
sir.
like a
Damn.
No one wants you to
We
die.
alive? Why the hell did we march in the
I
streets and the
want you to
police?
learn. I don't want you to die.
No,
man
I
just
Okay.
never
dipped.
said all that. No,
Let's
Man
talk
just
about
said
it.
that shit and dipped.
No, that's very disturbing. I gotta
that
speak
was
up. What y'all be
disturbing.
Yeah.
doing out here? People
That
want to
was
die.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm a real nigga. I was eating my girl pussy last night.
Okay.
oh
We're
my
asking for this
god.
information, sir.
We didn't ask for
Thank you.
none of
Thank
that.
you.
We're
Just
asking for
hold
this
on.
information.
He just feel
It tastes
is
so
it is
good.
it
It's
is
like,
it
how did
no
that
no
poor young man
30.
hear
Can
all that
I
we've been
ask
talking
you?
about here today?
Is it the Addies? Is that why you act like that?
He ain't on no Addie's, girl.
He is.
Is he?
Yes.
I did not know this
But
demographic did Addie's.
No,
he
no.
on perk 30.
No, he does them. He's prescribed them.
Damn.
Is
Well,
that why you be all over the place?
let me
What?
not put him in a
It
box.
is.
Okay. I didn't think this nigga even had a therapist.
It is. The attention span is so small. He's already
It's
on to
really
the
not.
next
I just
thing.
be feeling like fucking with y'all.
Look, I be having a good time. That's why I keep letting you back.
You said small.
I let you
Let me see
back.
how y'all look right
Please
quick. Hold
stop.
up.
And third man,
Right. The
it is
attention.
so embarrassing.
Look, he has shown us his whole life in like a
Bro,
matter of minutes.
he just put that lady on
Yeah.
his panel
He put
without
up this
permission.
lady. He put up his
Do
cars.
you know how outraged I
His
would be?
social security number. Like I know too much about this man.
I
Yeah.
got his license plate. I'm uncomfortable.
For real? I know his address.
He freestyle. We didn't ask for it. He didn't have a
Uh,
mixtape or a link.
it's a one-sided rap battle.
I'm telling you, he is all over the
I
place.
don't remember one line from it.
And mind you, he was rapping another person's shit.
Nigga fraudulent.
Nigga fraudulent.
Quoting his
Nigga
own
copyrighted.
shit.
Roy is fraudulent. Acting like his forefathers.
A hot mess.
Just
Thank you
around here
guys for
shop
the
stealing.
laugh. No, what's going on now?
So I'm fraudulent for rapping somebody that's from my motherfucking region in the South
Right.
shit. But y'all not fraudulent for listening to it. And y'all not round here in
What?
these
I
parts.
don't
What?
listen to Future.
Is
Y'all,
that future?
What
I'm
argument are you
talking about
making?
old girl shit that I was rapping.
Why
I'm
is he
fraudulent
looking
for
like
rapping
that?
her
What
shit.
happened to him?
But
Is he
y'all ain't even from round here.
You generate that
wait,
picture.
where did you get this photo? Is he getting a BBL?
Nah, he finna fuck your mom. I mean, my bad.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
watch
I
out
mean,
now. We
if
having
he
a
want
good
to do that,
time.
he's a freaky man, but he got to go dig her up first.
Hey, God, this ain't you in your
But
profile
we know
picture, is
black
it?
men like
He already
hunching
proved who
bodies.
his forefathers are, so it's very likely he's willing to.
You know what I'm saying? I don't put nothing past these men.
Mr. Ed
They'll
Gein.
dig it up, hunch it. They'll hunch anything.
Hey, God. Hey, I heard about you. I know who you is now.
Oh,
I
lit.
heard
I'm
about
glad you
you.
know.
Yeah, you the girl that got ran off of TikTok
No,
like
I ain't
7
never been
months
ran
ago.
off. 300 followers on the
Yeah, that's
spam. I ain't
He
you.
never
just
been
making
ran.
up stuff
No,
at this
no.
Yeah,
point.
he just
I had to,
talking.
Xander,
I had to go.
He's
I
just
had to go look at
talking.
your
it's
I hate when
profile.
they chimp
I had to
out.
look
It's
at your
so
profile.
embarrassing.
I
It's like you
remember you
you only
now.
get about 15
I
to 30
remember you.
seconds to talk to a black
Damn.
man, and then they
I
just start
remember
chimping out.
you.
chipping
Hey,
out.
I remember you
Like
now.
they just, it's like,
Because
damn, I
come
was
on,
fucking
man.
with you until the chimp brain
Y'all gotta find
Hey,
activated.
another terminology other than
hey,
chimping out.
I
hey,
said
y'all.
what I
Hey,
said.
look,
Legit. That is,
God,
we look the least like
The
chimps. The
my
least we
I didn't
should.
say
twin.
Stop
we.
God.
Are you a
perpetuating that.
man? I said black men.
Women, but still just monkey references. I
I
don't like
said
it. It
what I said. You
perpetuates.
cannot partake, beloved. But me
I
myself,
don't like that term either because I hate
Guys,
that
guys,
movie.
we were having a
That's
good
so
time,
southern.
everybody.
I
We were
don't
having
give
a
a
good
damn. These
time.
niggas be chimping out.
Hey,
We were
God,
Hey,
are
having a
you
you
good
just
from
talking
the
about
time.
monkey.
south?
There's no other way to describe the behavior. No other animal works, bro.
You stop.
Like, okay, I'm gonna make the sound for you and tell me this ain't how he sound, okay?
Uh,
Chill, bro. It's okay.
Like, you hear it?
You need
No,
you need a live
y'all.
band.
I
Okay,
don't.
I'll let it go.
No,
I
no, let her
understand. I
talk.
said it
Let her
around my
talk. Let her
friend. She was
talk.
confused.
Y'all stop stopping her. Let her talk.
Yeah, let me talk.
Let her
No,
talk.
don't say
let
that
her
She said
again.
talk.
black
I
Leave it
people
won't.
alone,
monkey.
Okay, you
G.
know what? Only because you asked nicely.
Please don't do it. Just
Okay,
stop.
I
You
said it around
know
my
what
friend
they
in
sound
person. Them
like.
bitches was looking
I
all
watch
crazy. I'm like,
Gumball. I know
yeah.
just what a chimp sound.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
watch
Nita Boo.
Gumball every night. I know what a chimp sounds like.
Listen
Stop.
here, Nita
I'm
Boo.
just
Hey,
saying.
Nita Boo, I would never. Hey, look, don't worry about who the fuck I'm bothered by.
What are you talking
We
Nah,
about?
don't
he
even
reading the
know.
comments. He
I'm
trying
about
to
to tell Nita
multitask.
Boo in the comments.
He was so bothered by God.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to make him that mad.
Y'all,
That's how it be
Oh,
though.
y'all never had no pictures of yourself.
Cause that's what spam accounts are for, genius.
And
Oh,
mind you, you have 60 million of them to come up here, so you better chill out.
We don't have pictures because of people like you that look for 'em.
I know that's the real truth. I know that's the truth.
Cause it just be the same old
Y'all
thing.
niggas, y'all, hey look, and
Oh,
I
you
feel
look at
y'all though,
them,
bro.
then you.
I feel y'all though, bro. If I was insecure as fuck, I wouldn't have pictures of
Well,
myself.
you're secure and you look like that, so that's devastating.
oof.
Like the fact that you are secure and you look at like you look like that in real life, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, God, you're literally
Bro, how
going to
tall are you
hell.
for real?
You're
How tall are
literally
you?
going
Like
to hell.
5'4"?
Oh, don't nobody know how you look. My
But
bad.
nobody know how tall
Don't
you are
nobody
because
know
you
how
ain't
you look.
even
My
reached the
bad.
top of the truck. Your legs is
Hey,
dangling on.
look, hey, look. Your insecurities are
I
says a
understand, but
lot
can you
about you
tell us
when you
your
don't
height,
even have a
beloved?
profile
I
picture of
understand.
yourself.
I hear you. Five
You can be a
six,
fat sloppy bitch.
but
Don't
you are
nobody
fat,
believe
Chill
you.
sir. We
out,
can.
chill
We.
out. You
Whoa,
know how
Why
I
are you
feel
whoa.
about
being
that
mean to
word.
me? This ain't
Language
right.
30.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. You are fat though, sir. We can all see that. So why are you being fat phobic to yourself? I don't struggle with weight, but you
Yes,
do.
you
So why are you
do. You
acting
do
like that,
struggle with
Why
weight.
do I have to
Nick?
call her out of her name and she didn't
Bro,
call
you
you
look
out
like
of
you
your
got the
name?
Beavis. You look
Why
like you
you
got
have to kill the
Beavis.
vibe like that? You made it real
Yeah.
unfunny that
It was
quick.
Hey,
not, yeah. We was
you
Like
shooting
can
the
you
call
really
black
killed
dozen.
people
it to
monkeys.
even call her out her
She can
name for
call black
what?
people monkeys, but don't
No,
We're
call
I
us
sitting
said
here
black.
joking. She's
No.
meow. I did
joking.
not
We're
say
joking.
monkey.
You killed it, man. Y'all always ruin it.
It's always you know who.
30 for 30.
Hey, God. Hey,
Let's
when
go
you
back to
log
the
off of
It's
vibe.
TikTok, when you log off of TikTok and you get to your boring ass life, do
it's
you feel good about
always you
yourself
know
knowing
who.
knowing that you're a cartoon character?
Damn. In real life, it be the same way. Like you be shooting the dozens with a boy. It's so funny. Then they come shoot up the
I heard
park.
about you. I
Yeah,
heard
black
about
men
you.
don't know how to take a
Now that I
joke,
know who
bro.
you
Y'all no
is,
fun,
let
bro.
me call my sisters over here
Of
because they
course,
chasing
here
you
they
off of
go
TikTok.
calling the sisters and
Let me
all the
call my
things.
sisters over here.
So Zeus
No, stay
Network.
right here. Don't run. Don't run.
Oh please,
Don't
once we
run.
see that sister, she look like you, nigga. We all gonna run.
No, I'm talking
Baby.
about my
Ugly
TikTok
ass
sisters
sister, fucking
that
ugly
chased you
bitch.
off of TikTok.
Yeah, ugly ass sister. Go get that bitch. I
Oh,
t-
so you saying they ugly?
yeah, they ugly. If they look like you, nigga.
They're not my sisters, actually. Like, they're
Oh,
not my
okay.
blood
Okay.
sisters,
I
you
got
dumb
scared
fuck.
because I'm like, you know what I'm
God
saying? You
damn.
know how you
Hey,
look.
look.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
always the ugly lizard looking ass
Sisters, watch
niggas
No, I'm just
talking
being
guess
stupid.
what
honest. I
color
was just
we
being
are.
honest because if I
Bitch,
put a
I'm
wig
pretty
on
much
you,
sure you look like the bottom of my shoe. You look like the
okay. Oh,
goddamn
so
something in the back
okay.
of
If
the
I look like, what
refrigerator.
shoes are you
Like,
wearing?
look at you. You look
What
like
shoes are
something
you wearing?
in the
That's
back of a
all that matters.
refrigerator.
What shoe
Like,
is
look
Say
at
it?
this whole girl.
something, baby.
He don't want to tell us what shoe it is.
Reebok.
Okay.
And
Reebok.
also
Okay,
30.
that's a bad bottom.
Let
Fair
me
What
say
enough.
up?
this,
What up,
30. No,
Ginger?
no, no, 30. Let me say this. You started this, and now you're
Nah,
getting
hey, all the
angry.
respect off the
Don't
table.
yeah.
Y'all
Don't
see
don't
all
try to
type of
appeal to
bitches and
Ginger. Ginger
hoes
know
and
I can
sluts,
go all
all
night.
that.
I ain't got a life.
But
You
look, I'm gonna
started
say some
this, and
real
now
nigga
you're
shit
getting
though.
angry. I don't
Hey,
like
nah,
that.
fuck that. I don't fuck with dumb ass hoes, bro.
No, no,
Oh,
no. You started this, and now
oh,
you're getting
30. Now
angry.
you 20.
Stop
Oh.
it.
Uh,
I don't
minus
like
10.
that. Don't start it if you can't play.
Hey,
I
hold up.
mean,
Let me. Hey, y'all, stay right there. Hey, already
Stay
hit.
right there.
We
where
What?
we
got a
gonna go?
already hit. We got a couple tethers up in here.
Go
God
get
is
that
a
big
tether.
back sister of yours.
Thank you for the laugh, everybody. I've been
Let's go back to
dying
the good
over
vibes.
here.
Yeah,
Yes,
Ginger, you've
good
had
vibe.
some very unique characters
Up
come
here,
through uh,
I can't
these
I've
take
been
last
y'all
couple
serious.
trying.
days.
I've
I
been
can't
trying to
take y'all
inform the
serious.
masses.
I can't take y'all serious.
We can't take you
That
serious.
likewise. The feeling's mutual.
Exactly.
Hey, bro, your name is Saint Motion. You have no fucking motion, nigga.
It's
Hmm.
him getting on here and freestyling and
Sure,
telling us he
yeah.
don't take us serious.
Like
Oh,
he
Like,
all hustle
y'all
and
play
flow.
too
Like,
much.
okay, Terrence
I'm like,
Howard.
you don't take us serious.
Hey, show me $1,000 right now.
Why would I show you that?
That's
Send
what
me
I
a
thought.
$1,000 right now.
Like,
right.
if you're a real nigga, cash at me right now.
Yeah. Put your pussy lips on live. I give you a
I
thousand
give you
dollars.
$1,000.
$1,000.
How about that 30 round? You put your pussy lips on live. I give you $1,000.
Yeah, y'all taking it too far because I'm a visual person and I want you to
I
stop.
know. As soon as I said it, I saw, very never stop. I'm gonna leave it go.
Not want to see what I saw.
We'll move on from that. We'll table that.
Wow, this is gonna truly,
No, the
y'all
fuck
don't
we
even
won't
know.
table it. We ain't putting a
Niggas
pin in it.
always hating
Throw it
on
away.
another nigga. Niggas always hating on another nigga. He want to fuck. So, hey, bro, look at this nigga. This whole ass nigga like him. Nigga always hating on
Is
another
he
nigga
at the
because he
corner
trying to get
store?
some internet
I don't
pussy.
know
Yeah,
where he at. He
he telling the
He
underwater.
want to
audience.
get
He's
some internet pussy.
screaming
Them
at the
type of fuck niggas
phone.
out here,
Not
my
him
nigga.
telling
That's
everybody in
why
the
niggas
damn
like him,
gas
a nigga
station.
like him,
Oh,
I'll be to send
30.
his ass
Minus
to hell.
10. You 20
You
now.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
tell
nigga real
tell the
deal
gas
rob niggas like
station
him.
man that you get
30. Can
embarrassed.
I
I'll
ask
pistol
30?
whip your
Can
little
I
bitch
ask you a
ass nigga.
question, 30?
He can't hear you,
How
girl.
are you screaming into the phone and yet so far away?
Oh, cause I'm talking to my homeboy. We at work.
That's them
Yeah,
Dollar Tree
a nigga like him,
earphones,
nigga
girl.
rob his ass. Little bitch ass nigga.
You ever got some Dollar Tree earphones? That's how they sound.
Yes.
They close and far at the same time.
I'm at work. I'm actually doing something.
You
Distant
Okay.
at
future.
work
You
screaming
on
into
the
the
Yeah,
phone?
clock?
yeah.
Them
That's
people need
sad.
to let you go.
They need to call HR
Why they need
right
to let
now.
me go? I'm the only nigga that can
How are
do
you
this
on
job.
the clock and you on my live right now?
He works
Man, I can do what I
security.
want to do. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, grown ass security guard.
Top flight of the
You think
world.
what I do is security guard?
Yes, Paul Larp.
Okay.
Nah, he Craig.
Well, at least I'm not selling pussy like you.
No, you selling ass.
See, why do you know? Why do you always do that? Like we be
Because
having a good
I'll tell
time.
you
You
why,
can't
Ginger. I'm
keep.
writing actually a
Oh,
TED
you
talk
can't even
on it.
sell pussy. You
It's
got
about
STDs. I forgot. You
it's
got
very
STDs and
basic.
shit.
Men like to scare women with vulgarity. So if you joke on a man and he laughs and the whole room laughs, the first thing he's gonna try to think is the most vulgar thing they can say. So it's either gonna be a grape joke, a sex joke, or a
I'm
lot of cuss
definitely
words.
translate sailor. That does not work on me.
Me either.
Yeah,
That's why I just come back
Translator.
crazier
that's
because I'm ready
crazy.
for them to do it. But that's the short answer, Ginger.
Translator.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't you? All right, let me stop.
See, look it. He don't know what to do himself.
Hey, you all right, dog? You all right? You all right with me?
I know I'm all right, and if I'm all right, then you know what that makes you.
I'm great.
No, you're a gutter snipe, the worst of
Yeah.
us, nigga.
Please
You the type of black
give
person
me
we be
very
embarrassed
blank
about, like
area this.
good, yeah, you can hear it.
Yo, y'all are hilarious.
You a rag. You a
Don't piss me
snitch.
off. Yeah,
Fucking
okay,
people ain't gonna
Fabby, I'm
never do
trying not to.
shit. I'm living that life. I'm probably fucking your wife.
Oh my god.
Is that a freestyle? Is that an
Yeah,
original or what?
that was copyrighted.
Does he work in a barnyard? How is he able to talk like this
This
and
I
is,
don't know
swear?
where he worked at.
I'm telling you, he doing parking lot security.
I bet it's a warehouse. Men get away with
No, because I've
everything.
seen it, girl. I've been at like late night
Amazon.
stuff, and you'll see like a security guard talking, and it's like, oh, he on them TikTok lives. They be working security, arguing with people. I seen it all the time. I swear to God, check your security guard phone. That nigga on the live right now.
No, she's right. I
Please.
can vouch for that.
You know what I'm
She's right.
saying? The original. That's how I
Damn.
know. I've seen it.
I
I even know
seen it.
a
I
guy at
didn't
Whole
know for
Foods.
the longest time. I did not know who people were talking to, and
Mhm.
this is facts. They'll be on lives. They'll be
They look like
yelling and
security guard
talking
to
on
you?
lives. She's not lying.
They
It's
look
our
like
first
security
line of
guard to you?
defense, bro.
They look like security guard to
Y'all
you?
Yeah,
can't
look like a
believe
security
everybody
guard
doing that
They
at
look
office.
like
It
security,
actually
man.
looks
That's
security guard?
legit.
outrageous. That job is oversaturated if everybody doing that security. Y'all take it.
Bro, that looks exactly like a security guard desk, actually.
I ain't know security guards had toolboxes.
Yeah, they do. They gotta fix shit.
I didn't know that.
I might
Yeah,
have
you
to
can
like
shut the fuck
tighten
up before
a
you start
camera or some
talking.
shit. I
D
don't know.
You
probably
can shut
never
up.
been no fucking security guard and you listening to
That's why I got him
they gotta
going.
fix shit. I was a security guard. I didn't fix anything.
Hey,
I didn't even tell people to be quiet. I said, you tell them. They'll
you
be like,
know
did you
it's
ask them to
different
be
though.
quiet? No. I'm like
Hey,
18.
but
What the
look though,
hell? No.
God, you don't
No,
even have a
you know
job.
what's going on, Tutu?
You don't even have
Him,
a job. I got
him,
two
and the
jobs. You don't
maintenance
have one.
man
You
share a
don't have one,
closet.
God.
So
You
that's
don't
the
have one.
maintenance man
Damn, can
You a
he
toolbox.
broke
mute?
hoe.
I cannot
You a
hear
broke
you.
hoe.
Okay,
You a
we
broke
get it.
hoe.
We get
Is
it.
he
We
You a
still
get
broke
it.
talking to
hoe.
you?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah. He going on a
Wait, is that a
tangent.
Does
hairnet,
he
beloved?
have
Wait,
Tourette's?
beloved.
That's 30 for 30.
Is that a hairnet, beloved? Come a little closer. Let me
Yeah.
see you. Let me
I
see
didn't
you,
hear that.
beloved.
Oh,
What's going on with the
you in a soup
hairnet?
Is he
kitchen?
a butcher?
Oh, I think I know what's going on here.
Nita Boo. If I was in a warehouse, I wouldn't need a hairnet. You sound dumb. Y'all hoes just be talking, bro.
It
You know what
Getting
I'm
No,
saying?
depends
angry?
on the warehouse,
They
but
be talking.
sure, I guess.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
like,
what's
I
going
know people
on.
that box coffee, they
Hoes
wear
just
nets.
be talking.
Wait. What job got you in a hairnet and screaming in a 2x2 room? What the fuck are they doing to
Will
you, bro?
Oh,
Sanchez.
dead ass.
Like, are
They
you
building AC
okay?
units.
No, but for real, sturdy. If it's a problem, we'll write to the board or something. Like this don't seem right, bro.
Shit, don't take it out on us. The
Like
fuck
for
you
real, like
do?
that. I'm counting the walls, like the ceilings. It's only two squares on the ceiling, brother. Which means it's 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, that
two
means
by
it's a two by
four.
six, a 2x4. You right?
Is everything okay? 30 for real.
So you
They got
telling
that
me
man
I
boxed
can't have a
in.
desk?
I'm just saying it's a petite office,
That's
Oh,
Tutu.
true.
okay.
You
It's
work in that tiny
petite.
little
Did
space?
he say he has a desk?
Yeah, he does.
You
Correct.
know I have a computer in front of me, right?
Is
Yeah,
it
but
a
what's in
is
back
it
of
a
you?
single square?
I
Are
didn't
you
know. I didn't
using
know
one of them
warehouse
dinner
niggas ain't have
tables?
desks.
That's
It's
some
like we
severance
know
shit.
there's a computer in front of you, but what's behind you, beloved? The wall?
I'm not finna show y'all shit.
Ideas.
That you don't. It's okay. It's okay. I don't
Hey,
want to
look.
trigger you
But
again.
I tell you what I will show y'all. I'll show y'all some money.
You showed us
Let's
everything.
Oh,
yeah.
You showed us
Man.
everything.
okay.
Yeah.
We
Show me the
know.
money
But
so I
show us
can
now.
count.
You've been saying it for the past 20 minutes.
Them
Either
niggas
you got
got
it
you
or
out here,
not. Show us.
okay.
beloved. You got on
You've
a
been saying
What's
that
your
hairnet.
20
account and routing
minutes
number?
strong.
He
You
ain't
ain't
showed
got
us
no
no
damn
money
money.
yet.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Everything.
He got
I'm like,
concepts of money.
they got you in a 2x4 room with a hairnet on, like Aunt Jemima. You better have some money, nigga.
Shit, as the least they could
That's
do.
worse than working in the champagne room at the strip club, sucking dick all night. I mean, it's like, damn, you better leave us some money. I tell my whole friends the same thing.
Is them bitches in the club sucking dick all night? Tell your whole friends to do better. What the
No,
fuck?
it depend on the club, beloved.
What is he doing over here?
I got all
That
kind of whole
nigga,
friends.
that
You know
nigga
which
said he
levels
was
the
gonna
whole
get my
You
body
seen
God,
the
them
is.
people getting
economy?
paid off
Now
Yeah,
looks
why is
these
shit.
he?
I
days.
don't
They
know what
don't
to
even
tell you,
gotta
Why
touch
beloved.
is he?
nothing.
There's different type of clubs. Like in
You
LA, we
gotta
got a club
talk.
called the Barbade Coast, right?
See,
That's on.
you're not a team worker because you obviously know how to talk and you're not teaching them how. Ain't no reason they should
No,
have to
you
suck
know
dick
what they
all
say.
night. They
It's
could talk and get what they need.
you know what they say, beloved. I can't help nobody that don't want to be helped. I bring them to
Nita.
the water.
God damn.
Hey, bro, stop saying calling people beloved, bro. You ain't black.
I really
Stop
hate
that
that
shit.
movie.
I
First
love
of
that
all,
God
movie.
damn.
she's definitely some level
That bitch
black.
ain't black. That's not a black bitch.
You can hear it.
Well, I'm definitely not
Yeah.
a black
That
bitch. I'll
hoe
tell you
ain't
that
black,
much.
bro.
The black bitches are your mother. I'm not a black
No,
bitch.
you're the
I'm
black
a
bitch.
black woman. You know, gutter
You're not a
snipe.
black woman. You're not even a
I
woman,
don't deal
probably.
with the black
Why
bitches
You're
she
not
either.
gotta
even a
be that
woman, bro.
though?
I
He
don't
is a
know why he always gotta take it.
because that's
It's
how much
because he
they
don't gotta
hate y'all,
come
and y'all
back.
be taking up
Yeah.
for these black men. Look how they talk about you, black bitches,
Take it
hoes.
up for a black man. I take up for my man. The fuck?
Not you.
Yeah, don't take
Yeah.
up for me because I got hoes that take up for me.
We'll send
See, let's
them.
not yeah, and they
Yeah.
report and I'm sorry.
Didn't you
Oh,
just put a picture of your quote unquote girlfriend and you're saying that you
Wait,
got
I missed it.
hoes
Can you
that
put on
take
the camera again?
That's why I said
Nah,
she
she just
don't
for
put that girl
Monday.
back up
He
here,
got
man.
a Tuesday, Wednesday,
I
That
Thursday.
woman, that is an
screenshotted that
innocent woman. Leave
profile.
her out of it.
Of course you did, because you a police ass stupid
And
bitch.
so when I'm gonna tell you what else happened. So then I searched it, right? And Facebook came up. I just DM'd her and asked her if she knew you. Chat, wait with bated breath. We are going to find out if this man found this picture online by the end of this live, okay? Yes, I am a police ass bitch. I don't play with y'all niggers, okay? Um, that's it. Cause I know y'all be stealing our pictures like the fuck and lying and saying y'all hit that, y'all hit
Yeah, they be
this.
like, I date. Let you be like, let me see a picture of your ex. He sent a picture he downloaded from Facebook. It's like, did you?
Did
Let
you
me
even
see
talk to this
you with your
man?
ex.
Yeah, let me see y'all. Let me stop. No, I don't even want to encourage the revenge porn. You know, let's
Not
let it
like
go.
that, bro. Why you
Yeah,
have to go so dark?
because I know how they brains are. I try to get. You know, I can't say
get them to the
Boy,
punch?
that
the
just
C
pissed
it
me
word.
off.
You know, we agreed 212. I'm gonna let the C word go.
Hey, hey, hey,
But what do I
hey,
call her if I
hey,
don't call her
God,
that?
I'll send you a galaxy right now if you cam up.
Yeah, send me a
Hey,
galaxy.
I'll send you a
Okay, send me.
galaxy if you
I
cam
got
up.
you. I got you.
Send her
Send
the
me a
I'll send
galaxy.
you
galaxy.
a galaxy if you
I
cam up.
heard you the third time, little
No,
B.
no, no.
Send it.
If you
Yeah,
cam up, I'll send you a
I
galaxy. I
got
swear to
you,
God.
Webby. Send me that galaxy. I got you, Webby.
What is he asking you to do?
You
To
want me to
cam
Cam up.
cam
up.
up?
Yeah, turn your camera on.
Send the
I got you.
galaxy.
Take me through that. Take me
I'm
through
not.
I
She
ain't
not
turning
finna
my
that.
finesse
camera
me.
on. Ginger already saw me. I'm not
You
doing
She
might
it.
as
gonna
well
try to
send it to,
finesse.
but send it to Ginger. Support the
Right.
host.
Send me the galaxy
Send it to
and
my
she'll
girl. You
cam
ain't gotta
it.
send it to me,
Oh,
baby.
I didn't know what the hell he said. I
He
thought he
wanted
said
her
he
to
want to
get
turn the
on
camera
camera.
on.
Yeah,
Nah.
he said he going to cam up or something.
Yeah, cam up. We want to turn your camera on.
We
Yeah, but
ain't
he
trying to
had
look at you, boy.
take me through that. Take me through
He ain't
that.
gonna send no galaxy and all that talk about money.
We're in the galaxy, brother.
Why?
Boo.
Why would I send her a galaxy
You just
so she can turn
offered
the camera?
it.
Boo.
Hold on.
You
Listen.
said
Listen,
it
Ginger.
I'll
Ginger.
unprovoked.
try
Ginger.
so
I'm talking to
hard.
Ginger. Ginger, listen to this.
This is
Why would I
why.
send
This is why
Ginger?
y'all
Listen to
don't
this.
listen to them. Okay.
Okay, whatever. Ginger, why would I
Broke
send this
niggas only
troll
make
asshole
jokes,
a
nigga.
galaxy
She
for her to
told you to
cam
send
up?
it to me.
Boo.
Oh, you
I
said send
sent
it
it.
to
Sent it
you?
to Ginger. Yeah.
Yeah.
You traumatize
Yeah,
Ginger
I
every
send it
day.
to
That's
you.
the
I ain't
least you
sending
could
it to
do.
them.
Okay.
Every
We'll
day.
send it. Send it, my little
Hey,
friend.
hey, 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 hey! Didn't your daddy do something to you when you was a little child?
No, he didn't. My dad was a great
Boo.
man, but I did
Boo.
have a father. Something you
Boo.
can't relate to, my little child, my little
Now, why
welfare
would you
baby.
even play like that? If that's conversations we've had on the panel about
I've
me,
No,
never
because
had
she
that
playing with me,
conversation.
so I'm
I
I'm
gonna
not
feel
play
talking
very,
with her.
about you, G.
but I want to
I'm talking
say
to 30.
I know, but just for the clarity of the live, no, everybody saw. I said that my dad
Nobody
was
listened to him. He
amazing.
got on here freestyling. Do you think we? Come on, man.
Yeah, but it's just other people be listening to lives, and I got a little cult following on these lives, so I got to clarify. But yeah, no, that's not
Hope,
been
get
my
off
life.
this bitch till I leave.
Let me tell you something. I am a part of her cult following.
See,
Okay.
Ginger, we're part of a cult.
Did you
It's
sick?
hilarious.
I believe it, and I'm not dealing with it.
Hey,
Uh,
you know
He's
what?
a
You know what? You
hellion.
know what?
and she
Hey,
be
hey, Ginger,
booked
can I
and
say
busy.
something?
I be trying to get her on
Ginger,
this live all the
Cause she a hellion.
time.
Look what.
You don't even
Wait, so hold
hey,
on.
understand.
What is
Ginger,
he saying?
Ginger,
I don't know.
Ginger,
I
can I
stopped
say something?
listening. Go ahead.
Ginger,
Yeah.
thank you. Look, let me chill out, bro, because you know what's funny? I don't
Hmm.
even know why I let this lady troll me like that.
She
To,
got
to,
you.
to try to like, no, real shit. I don't know why I let this lady troll me to show her everything I got and what I got going on and shit. Because really, that's on me. That shows what type of mind frame I have
It
for me to
does.
try to prove something to somebody who don't even have fucking pictures.
Uh,
You
you
know
were
what I
so
mean?
close and then so far away, all at the same time. Look, 30, you're a troll and you got out trolled. It's okay. There's always somebody
No,
better.
she can't out troll me because I
No.
can't see how she look.
There's always somebody
He can't
Look,
see
funny.
how you look
Okay.
either.
if I listen, if I seen how she look, then
Exactly.
I'll be like,
Where's the
okay, she out trolled
galaxy?
me.
It's because
Excuse
she can
me.
visualize you. Because y'all all act the same. We can visualize men. We know exactly how y'all look when
We
y'all
don't know
talk.
how she look at all, bro.
We know exactly
Let me
what y'all
tell you
look like. That's why you
something.
got so angry.
Right. And where's
Yeah,
that
that's why I got pissed
galaxy?
off. Yeah, that's why I got mad because I
How
don't know
about
how she
this?
look.
I'ma send my picture to Ginger, right? And we'll have
Hmm.
Ginger discern if I'm pretty.
Period.
That's why I got mad because I don't know how she
Because
So
I
look.
you
feel
want to
like
send
Ginger's
that
pretty
galaxy or
fair.
what? You're absolutely gorgeous, girl.
I feel like Ginger's fair.
Absolutely
If
beautiful.
I could see a picture of her, I see
Send
the
the
galaxy.
galaxy then
Oh,
that you
because
was
if I
talking
Don't
show
send
you
no
about.
my
picture of
picture, this is
yourself. He
true.
gonna tell people that you his girlfriend.
Exactly. Like you did
Exactly.
that last girl. Every time
He
you
gonna
see a
say,
woman,
"This is my girlfriend."
this my girlfriend. I don't need please run around Memphis or wherever the fuck you from.
No, that's real. No, that was really my
Where are
woman.
you
Like I don't even
from?
play like
Where
that.
are
That
you
was really
from?
my
What
woman.
state are you in? Texas?
No, I'm not telling you all that because you seem like a doctor,
It's just a
and I ain't
Tells
trying to
state,
be
us
bro.
doctor.
I can't
everything.
comb the whole state, but I am flattered that I sound that powerful to you. I'm flattered. I can't comb
You
a
say
whole
what?
state though. I'm
Guys, give
flattered
me one
though.
second. Give me one second.
Nah, you look like a
Wait,
doctor, and
wait,
I ain't
wait,
trying to be
wait,
doctor.
wait. 30, 30. Give me a second. Dr. John, I see your request to come up. Do you hear me? I see it.
But God, you cool
No,
as fuck
no,
though.
be
You just
quiet, my
troll too
nigga.
hard.
Like, what's going on? We having a good time, Dr. John. A good time. If I let you up here, the first thing I hear that I don't like, I'm gonna block you because you refuse to block me. And I be begging you to block me.
Dr. John said, "I love it here."
I love you, Ginger. I love your panel.
What do you have to contribute to the conversation? We're having a good time.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me finish talking to God right quick. God,
Okay.
look, I was trolling you, but on some real shit. That was my lady though. You know what I'm saying? So please don't use that against me because I really love her. She ain't no bitch. She ain't no hoe. That's my woman and I love her. So don't use none of her images against me. All right?
Yes, we shall see if that really is your lady within 30 minutes. Hopefully she gives us a response. Because like I told you, I reached out to that young lady because I'm just
Well, don't
concerned.
reach out to her because that's like a form of doctrine.
You
30,
doxed her.
why
You
you
Nigga,
put
you
her,
asking
showed
so
us her
many?
you
photo.
doxed her technically, but I'm
But
not
that's
saying
my woman.
all
I
I
can
said,
have a picture.
you want
Oh,
me to read the
listen, listen,
message? I
listen,
didn't say
listen,
your name.
listen,
I said,
listen,
hey
listen,
sis,
listen.
do
Let me
you
tell
have a
you.
boyfriend? Question
You
mark. There's this guy on live saying you're his girlfriend and showing your pic. LMK, I swear this isn't a setup. That's all I
But that's
said.
some hating ass shit.
How
But
is
you a
that
hating ass
hating?
man. That's some hating
first
ass.
of
Bro,
all,
I'm on some girl code shit. You could be a weirdo nigga. I don't
Hey,
know
do
what.
what
first
you
of
gotta do.
all,
I don't care.
Make sure you tell her about the things he's saying in here and how he calling
Hey,
women
Yeah.
hey,
out their
go
names.
ahead and do it. I don't care.
I'm gonna
Do
send
it.
her some of these clips.
why would you actually
Hey,
put
make sure.
her
Hey,
photo
tag.
up here?
Hey, look.
This why
Tag
you
me
can't
in it
live a
now.
double life, 30. If you a good guy in real life, be a good guy online, bro.
Hey,
Amen.
no, 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 no.
Cause honestly,
Tag
even when I
me in
be
it.
switching between my troll life and my real life,
Tag
I'm
me
sometimes
still
in
a
it
I,
good
when
I
you do
forget
it.
that
person.
I'm on which account and I almost called said the chimp word on my real account. I
That's
would have been
outrageous. You should
canceled.
say it on your real account.
Bro, I would have been canceled.
See, I say the same things. I got the same intentions on both pages.
Well, aren't you the
No,
coolest? What?
hold on.
No. But
So
30, I
is
have a
it? Hold up.
question.
Is it
30, can
not?
I
Oh,
ask you a
wait a minute.
question?
Wait a minute. Is it not anti-black for you to call black
My
people pimps?
We already moved
goodness.
past that 30. Let me ask you a question.
Mm,
Why do you feel so comfortable calling women out of their names?
Because women are disrespectful.
But did she call you out of your name?
No, but I had a feeling she was gonna troll me and make me call her out her name.
But she
But
got you anyway.
yeah, can't
yeah,
nobody
and
get
she
you do
did it
nothing.
without calling you out of your name. So why did you have to call her out of her name? Do you
I
don't
don't
think that's an
know.
issue?
Yeah, it is.
Lack of vocabulary, girl. That's all. That's
No, it's
all.
not a
You
lack of
don't got the
vocabulary.
range. You don't got the
I got the
range.
range. I just feel like it just flows off the tongue better.
Yeah, when you ain't got no words. That
It
when
just
you
flows
from
off the tongue better.
people from a low social economic bracket.
Well,
That's
I'm
where
not. What kind of car you drive?
30. You're overstimulating
Oh, okay.
Gigi,
I'm just
please.
saying, you know
Me
you
too, though. I'm
you
You're
overstimulated a little
overstimulating
too.
us.
I'm overstimulated. You know it's bad if I'm overstimulated
He
because it's
started
like
Hey,
freestyling in the
what kind
beginning.
of
I
car
was
you drive?
already overstimulated. My heart beating
I'm
real fast. Like, what
overstimulated.
the
What
fuck
kind of
is
car you
happening?
drive?
I
Okay,
don't
wait,
touch
Dr.
no
John.
ass.
Dr.
I
Okay.
John,
drive
why
it.
are
I
you
do.
in?
What is all
Dr.
this?
John. Wait, Dr. John, did you want to say something? Go ahead. This is the quietest I've ever heard you.
Oh, hi, Dr. John.
I'm
Hey,
listening
hey,
to.
how much is your mortgage?
I
Hey,
like
no, how
watching
much is your
somebody that's
mortgage?
being defiant for the first time.
Oh,
Okay, then. Right. Sit back and relax then.
No, has everyone answered the
I
prompt
care.
though? I would like to hear everybody's point of view.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit.
I never even got to answer it because I've been getting beat up on by 30 round.
Man, God been beating up on people since she came up.
No, she been beating up on you.
Period.
No, she been beating up on
No,
you.
no, no. You
Oh no,
came
I've
up
been
here
kissing
and
her
you thought
feet
you were gonna
goodnight. I
keep her
love
up,
Ginger. Are you
and
dumb?
she
I send
ate
Hey,
this
she
shit
shit
ain't
up
live
touched
to
me.
everybody.
instead.
She
Girl, I
ain't
love
touched me.
Ginger's live. You're so stupid. I send this live to like all my
God
friends.
love me too. She love
Thank
me
you.
too.
Like they be like, "Girl, what the fuck do you be doing?" I'm like, "Girl, this is my little underworld. I like." Okay.
Okay, I be seeing you.
One time
I
I went
know
to
you
It
my,
does
do.
the same. I'm like, have you
What
ever
up,
seen?
Tay?
She's like, what
You
is
doing all
that?
right?
have you
Never
ever showed
mind.
your employed friends this side of
No,
TikTok?
I
It's
was
so
No,
watching
because
you.
I don't
embarrassing.
want
What's
them
going on,
here.
baby?
Bro,
You
my
doing all
friend,
right?
I went to my friend's house in
You
New York
must
and
be
she was like,
nice.
"Can you do the live thing in front of me?" So I was doing it in front of her and her mouth was on the floor, bro. White girl, she couldn't believe how these people be talking. She was
He
like, "What
rich.
the
This
fuck?"
a rich dude right here.
Wait. I want to let the
Hey,
newest
Ginger,
panel
Yeah, he
member
rich as
speak.
hell, man. You
Go
need to
with
get
ahead.
some better
with
Wait.
clothes.
your prompt right here, what is your truth? Because I don't know what their truth is.
Okay. Well, for the purpose of the prompt, the truth is like the ugly truth, right?
Who?
Do they hold space for?
Baker? I
Do
told
they?
you he fucked me
Oh
up
my
too.
goodness, he is still talking. That is so crazy. Do I have to drop you? I'm talking about the ugly truth, right? Um, wiping us out of history books, dismissing our contributions, calling our things ghetto, and then replicating them years later, and then them being trendy. Um, emasculating us. I mean, making us seem like we're really masculine, or we're angry, or we're bitter, or whatever negative connotation that you want to associate with Black women, like not giving us our just dues and not treating us like people, but taking from us, I mean, without any disregard, I mean, at all.
And this is based on just a collective of black women,
I
or
think this I think this represents like all Black women. Like, even if you're not, like, think about the contributions Black women, like, just in general have made to push shit forward, right? Like,
but
even let's talk about like the moving us during the slave trade, right? Black women who decided like they were gonna jump with their babies, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, just the impact we've made and how people just gloss over all of it, give the credit to somebody else when it's time to take pictures or when it's time to sign the paperwork, and then they're looking at us like whatever. But like, even in the political climate that we're in today, right? Black women were shouting, hey, don't do this, don't do this, here's the information. People voted against their own self-interest, and then when it didn't work out in their favor, they were looking to Black women to rally behind them.
I mean, but aren't black women the most educated
So why
and
don't y'all listen?
the most successful
But
group
when
of women of all
So
women
if
group?
we say something, how come nobody's listening until it's too late?
Because I think it's how you say it.
Like, you either want the information or you don't. That's how I feel. Because when we
Ooh.
say it nicely, we're ignored. If I'm aggressive, I'm ignored. Like, I feel like there's
I
it's
Yeah,
mean,
real
I
nigga
mean,
shit, boy. I see.
even
um
with even with me when I come up here, it's gotten to a point now where you say I'm just going to block you, versus hearing a difference in opinion.
no, you be dragging it. Don't play with me. You be
Are
dragging
you a black woman, John? Why the fuck did you use yourself as an example to that
it.
question? What the fuck am I listening to?
What'd you
Wait,
say?
wait, wait. Before we do this, I want
Sorry.
to let your favorite go. Because I'm actually excited about this.
I didn't. What she said? I didn't hear what she said. She was
No,
mumbling.
no, she's gonna repeat herself. Give just I know where this is gonna go. Let your favorite go first, please.
Yeah.
Nah, I heard her, but I'll let her speak for
Yes.
herself. But no, I agree with the prompt, and that's part of the problem. And we talked about that earlier this morning, where you can look at Madam C.J. Walker, for instance. Patents were made for women at that time, and she had to put some of her patents for her ideas and inventions in her husband's name just so they can get paid. That's part of the problem. Intellectual property has been stolen multiple times, and black women don't get credit. We can even look at what's going on with DEI. They kind of made black people the face of DEI, but if you look into further research, it's white teen women who benefited the most from DEI. LinkedIn posted that article in 2023, how white teen women are the benefactors of DEI. You could look it up. But the negative connotation that associates with black women for being loud and right is just is flagrant, to say the least.
No, I completely agree, right? And it's like it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because in one breath, they'll acknowledge that we are the most educated, we are starting the most businesses. They say that in one breath, and then in the next breath, it's like, oh, y'all are ghetto, y'all are loud, y'all are this. So which is it, right? Are we the most educated demographic, or are we ghetto and loud? Because you cannot have your cake and eat it too. And that's what they want. They want to, when it's convenient, acknowledge our intelligence. And when it's no longer convenient, write us off as ghetto, angry, bitter, mad, whatever negative connotation you want to attach to it. So which is it?
Well, I will also say, like, prime example, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett has been fitted for a bulletproof vest. That's crazy.
No, that's nuts. And when that gentleman, was unalived, everybody around her, she even said they were worried about her being next. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God.
They were worried about her being next. And they don't provide her security. They don't provide her safety. She admitted that she has to outsource her own security, not only for herself, but for her family. Like, come on, guys. It's a mess.
That makes other Congress members uncomfortable, though, because she's very unapologetic and questions the current administration for what they're doing. So they're not going to give a damn about her getting anything. Especially a majority of Congress currently are Republicans, and majority of three branches are. They're not going to care to give her security or protection. They want her to stop talking because when she talks, she does question certain executive orders being passed, how the current administration is bypassing the Constitution, how they're doing whatever they want to do. And honestly speaking, in today's time, you can't be quivering and be non-assertive and non-abrasive. You need to be abrasive at the time, to be
Hey,
honest.
hey, God,
Do you feel this same
God.
way about Candace
Hey, hey,
Owens?
wait a minute. Hey, God,
Who's
No.
God,
screaming? What are you doing?
God.
Yeah.
What?
So wait. I wanna
What's
I
up,
wanna
30?
answer. No. I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you asked the question in good faith, and I want you to further elaborate.
God.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Hey, God.
What's up, 30?
Hey,
No. Don't
can we
acknowledge
mute?
him. Don't acknowledge
I'm
him.
talking to God. I'm talking to God.
Trust me. Don't acknowledge him. I
What's
promise you.
going on? I don't understand. What's up? He in
So,
trouble?
no.
No,
Please.
no, no.
You
This
cannot
was
give him
going
the mic.
somewhere.
God, God.
Yeah, this
If
was
we want
going
to have a
somewhere.
real
Yeah, mute him out.
conversation,
I'm
you can't
trying
give
to,
him
but I
Yeah.
can't do it with him doing that.
the mic. God, please. Okay, I saw your comment. I'm gonna ignore it. Ignore it. So I'm gonna assume you asked the question in good faith. Further elaborate.
Can I talk to God?
I'm gonna just
What? Every time I talk, you on mute. Uh,
go ahead, elaborate
I forgot my damn question. This man
about
screaming.
Candace Owens. Yes.
Oh! I said, why don't y'all support Candace Owens the same way y'all support this woman I've never heard of?
So in what way?
What?
That's
In
some bad
all ways,
faith.
like
Yeah,
her
no.
post.
Do you want us to like what rally around her? Like, what do you want us?
Absolutely, absolutely. She gets more criticism than love, and she's a black woman who believes
You're
in what she.
so fucking
No, no,
late.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
I'm just saying I'm all like I know the right, and you're so late, John. Like that was like 4 years ago. Candace Owens is like a national hero to so many people at this point right now. And I'm not talking about like people that are like leftists. Obviously, leftists are never gonna like her, but like Candace Owens is having a major moment. She survived being let go from the Daily Wire, which is really big in the right wing world.
Hey,
She's been the
I know Candace
She's
Owens.
been the first person to make the right delineate from MAGA, which has never been successful. But she was like the
Hey,
first
I'm not
Republican.
fat.
She
I'm
was like
not
the
fat
first
either.
Republican to go on the limb about Palestine and things like that. And I think in a strange way, because she is so pro-Palestine, and a lot of black people obviously are pro-Palestine, she won back over a lot of black people in being in support of Gaza. Now I think that they don't like her politics outside of that, but this whole like trying to triangulate black people against black conservatives, baby, we're way ahead of you. Please, we're so far ahead of you. The
Hey,
black
when am I
community,
going to be
And
able
not
to
only
talk?
just
she was
that,
on the Breakfast Club.
the
Like she's
way that
not.
What
she
I don't
is,
know. I don't know
and the
what
way
God.
that
I don't
she
know what God is
When am
talking
I going to
about.
be able to talk?
I know you don't because you're just
and
talking.
and when she is in the middle of rebranding herself. Let's talk about
Yeah,
it,
I,
right?
I want to.
Who
And
is
I'm
She
God?
In
sat
the
down
middle
with
of
like
I'm
Kanye.
also a Candace. I also support. I
I
would
don't.
love
I don't
her.
think. I don't think it's appropriate that her name is God. What is your? What can we call you
You
besides
can
that?
call me
I
God,
call
little
her
man.
G, to be
You can
honest.
call
Okay.
me
I'm going.
God,
Your
Hey, I know
name.
what to call it.
Your
Call it
name moving
dog.
forward will be
Dog. Call it
everybody,
woman.
dog.
and
everybody,
your
You'll
name
be
will be
everybody,
addressed as
bitch.
woman or female
everybody,
Okay,
moving
give me a
forward.
bitch. I
second.
got
I'm
you,
not a
Everybody,
and you'll
wait,
be
bitch.
wait, wait,
Doctor
wait, wait.
Bitch.
All right,
Everybody, give
female.
me a
Okay,
second.
Doctor
Let's get back
Bitch.
to
Wait,
the
hold on, hold
topic.
on, hold on, hold on, hold
Everybody,
on.
Y'all
Wait.
everybody,
wildin'.
Because I'm
everybody,
not
Dog.
give me
calling
a
this lady
second.
God. Like
And
that's
I'm
Everybody,
not calling her
disrespectful as
nothing but
hell.
Doctor Bitch.
okay,
Okay. Your
everybody,
What
mom.
give
about
Your
me a
what
mama's a
about
second,
female
dog?
guys.
dog.
Hey, y'all, hold on, hold on.
That's not even how that works. You wouldn't say a
Your
female dog, you just
mama's a
say bitch.
female dog.
In terms of the Candace Owens comment, I think Candace Owens lately has made good points, yes, but I do think she's a political grifter.
Yeah,
She's the
she's a
same
grifter. Let's keep
individual.
that
She's
real.
the same individual that they middled and dismantled and came against George Floyd. What happened to George Floyd, and basically act like nothing happened to him. I was incorrect by police in the beginning. She also, during Trump's first administration, lied about the hundreds of kids that were missing. So when it comes to her, she mainly now changes her point of view and perspective because now she's getting fired and now she's speaking the truth when it comes to the liberal side. But for a long period of
No, no,
time,
no,
she
no,
did
no.
not care about
Yeah,
black
she's a
people.
grifter.
She
She
No,
did not
has
care
she
about black
has
Candace
people.
Owens didn't like
shifted.
black
No,
black people.
You
Why
If
know
did
that's
she
you're
not
what?
do that?
true.
belittling,
John,
All
she
if you're
has shifted
belittling,
over the
Kendra,
I
why do
wasn't
you
done.
allow the
Let's not
female to
I
keep
lie.
wasn't
over talking
done. I
everybody?
wasn't done. If
But
you
you're
Kendra, why are
belittling,
wrong.
you
if
allowing
you
this
You just
female
said
to
that
belittling the
over
death
Candace
talk
of
Owens
George,
is a
everybody?
y'all
if
one
you
liberal.
mic.
belittled the death of
But you
George
just said
Floyd,
liberal and Candace Owens. That's
Can you
I'm
factually
not
please be
inconsistent.
saying that.
quiet, female?
Just to
You have to be.
clarify. Okay, okay, okay.
Then please
I
clarify, because
clarify then.
liberal.
Okay, I'm clarifying
Please
for you.
Can you
clarify.
I
please
can
let
I
her
didn't hear the
finish,
clarify.
female?
clarification. What's the
Female,
Okay,
can you
okay,
please
clarification?
got
let
you.
her finish?
I just
Some
want
of
her to
her
clarify that
views,
because I'm like,
some
are
of
we
her views is more tolerable by the what's it called, centrist. My point, right? And
oh
in the
moderate?
beginning, huh?
You
Can you
talking
please
moderates?
let
You
her
mean?
finish,
Some of her
female?
point centrist, not moderates.
But never liberal.
I know. I clarified for you.
Oh, okay, okay. But
She's not gonna let you
what do you
finish. She
mean
just
But
as
the
gonna keep
point
talking.
centrist?
I'm
Candace
making is in the
Owens was fucking
beginning,
a
a
white
couple.
Hmm.
guy
I'm
when
trying. I'm
George.
sorry,
You're
Asma. I am listening. I'm sorry.
you're
Can you
fine.
please hush, female?
Okay,
No,
when George,
Doctor Bitch.
let's not
Come
insult
on,
her.
y'all, bro.
Oh, what
What?
you
When
Oh,
George,
not
hush?
you
I'm
jumping
trying
in
to
for the
listen
white
to
man.
Asma.
No,
Oh, what?
I'm
Hey,
trying to
hey,
hear
hey,
y'all
hey.
conversation
he's
and
white.
John chill.
He
And
is
first of
white.
all,
Oh
John
my
is
god.
not white, bro. That's sick. I throw up.
This
Don't
I'm
whole
do
half
time
that.
this was
black.
a real white
I
man
would
talking
I'm
like
half
this.
black.
never.
Oh, he's a Byroon.
But a couple years ago, when George Floyd was
Tales of
killed,
an octoroon.
a couple years ago when George Floyd was killed and she literally went against that narrative and said he was
Oh
not
yeah.
wrongfully killed,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then wore white Lives
Can you
t-shirts
please
and
hush,
branded
female?
and
No,
Damn.
then
Dr.
branded
Bitch.
and then branded
Stop
and
the
then
chimp out.
and then her alongside Kanye West had a brand called White Lives Matter as in a response to George Floyd's death.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
she does change her point of view depending on who the
I wish
audience
she would
is.
hush.
I hear you, but I don't think that that's not the way that I've internalized it at all.
You don't
I think
internalize
that
anything. You're
she has
stupid.
been right. She's still right. She's consistently fucking right. The only thing that has ever changed about her is actually no, she still is very critical of black, and I'm not with her on that. I'm just saying this idea of like at this point I thought John was a white man, but this idea of trying to triangulate black people, like we don't have conservatives who we can disagree with and still be like, oh, that's a black person who I can listen to. A lot of black people across the aisle listen to Candace Owens, whether you like her or not. And like you said, everything you're saying, I was there, babe. I get it. Yes, the White Lives Matter t-shirt, but I haven't seen a grift to the liberal side. I've seen her say free Palestine, but her reasoning for free Palestine is very right wing. It's because she believes in putting America first, having resources internal. She doesn't want to be cucked out to Israel, and because she's a Christian who believes there's Palestinian Christians who are under that rubble. It's not because she has a leftist point of view about why. It's
I
because she
can't
is
believe all
going
the
from a
guys that
right wing
are
conservative
listening to
point of
this.
view. But whether you like her or hate her, if you don't know that the tide has changed on public opinion towards Candace Owens, then you just aren't in the loop with the right. Her whole image, I'm not gonna say a 360, but this like she's beloved by part of the black community now. I'm
You
just being
just
honest.
talk to hear
She
Wait,
was
wait, wait,
yourself.
wait,
welcomed
doctor.
back. She
Everybody,
was
everybody,
welcomed back.
everybody.
I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying I'm bending the knee to her. I'm just saying I won't be triangulated by no black man, by nobody who can tell me who the fuck not to listen to. Whether I agree with Candace Owens or don't, she's a black woman. Period. So I'm going to listen to her and agree or disagree. I'm not going to make a fucking witch hunt out of her.
She just talks
I'm
to
not
talk.
doing what black men want us to do. That's what
We
black
don't
men
want
do
you
to
to
each
do
other.
anything.
That's
We're
why
not
black
making
men
you do
Wait, wait,
assassinated
anything.
wait,
Malcolm X.
wait,
That's
guys,
why
guys,
who the fuck killed Fred
Can I
Hampton, a
chime
black
in,
man?
Ginger?
Who the fuck
Wait, wait,
killed
wait, wait,
who
wait,
the
wait,
fuck
wait,
killed
She's
Fred
gonna get us
Hampton, a black
reported.
wait,
She's
man?
wait,
saying
wait,
crazy
wait,
words.
wait,
Who the
wait,
fuck
wait,
killed Fred
wait,
Hampton, a
wait,
black man
Stop
like
saying
Dr.
that.
John?
GOD.
God, Dr. John, everybody mute up. I'm gonna wait. I want your favorite to go because he's been raising his hands. He's trying to get in here. And then I'm gonna let Saint go, and then I'm gonna reopen the discussion.
Yeah, I don't support Candace Owens, and some of the things that she said is very, very inflammatory, to say the least. For instance, she's currently being sued by the French president because she called his wife not a woman by birth. And I'll just leave that there. I'll land my plane.
Was it true though?
Hey, be quiet. Saint go, and then 22.
Actually, 22 can go.
Okay,
I
22.
was just gonna say, as someone who has watched Owens over the years, she has definitely shifted a bit where she's become a lot more relatable to the black community. Whereas a lot of her thoughts and ideologies and a lot of that didn't really line up, and it was a lot of things that she would say and do that could become like something that's considered offensive or a little bit like problematic for us as a community. So I do think she has shifted, and I think it's over time learning and kind of probably just being in that world, deep in that world, and seeing how things really are, that's probably shifted her, her trajectory and her thought process when it comes to a lot of things. But she's definitely shifted in her way of thinking, because I can watch people agree with some things, take what I need, leave the rest. It does not just make me hate you because don't have an agreement on a certain thought or a certain thing, depending on what it is. But for the most part, I've watched her over the years. She's definitely changed from who she used to be and the way that she is in her thought process. She's a lot more relatable, a lot more considerate.
Yeah, and I think that affected the people. Like, I just don't think, like, I don't know. Dr. John sound like you talking from a 5 year ago standpoint. That's the average person. You talk to them like, oh, I think she's kind of smart. I don't agree with everything you say. That's how people are talking about her now. Not like 5 years ago where it was like race traitor, clandestine. Like, that's so dated. It's so old. It's like not even the current state of affairs. I'm being honest. As somebody who, like, my job was to study the right,
Can
and
you
I
please
and I
stop
had to learn
talking?
about all the players in the right,
Because
and
no one actually
one
said
of the
that.
most dangerous players in the
You just
right
want to
right
hear
now
yourself
is
talk.
Candace
I'm
Owens, because
convinced you're
Candace
not a
Owens is the
woman.
only one that's been able
I'm
to get
convinced you're not a
people to
woman.
delineate from the MAGA movement. She's the
You're
only
going
one
so
has
hard.
got
I'm convinced you
Republicans
were
to care
born a
about what's
man.
going on in Gaza. So
That's
she's a
such a
big
All right,
threat to
pathetic
the
relax, relax.
conservative party, and she's really beloved by
I'm
them,
convinced this is not a woman.
That's
across
such
race,
a pathetic
across the aisle.
comeback.
So I think public opinion for sure has shifted on her because
I'm
she's
convinced
not
this
really
is a
backing
That's
down.
competitive
a
dude.
And she just knows how to
pathetic
play the whole like Catholic
comeback.
mom thing really
How tall are
well,
you? I'm
So
looking at this
it's
That's
picture and he
working.
a
look muscular as hell.
pathetic
I saw a picture of her,
comeback.
Dr.
All
John.
right.
Relax.
Exit.
Ginger
Yeah.
saw a picture.
I didn't even get to
Relax.
the point of asking the parallel question between Crockett and Candace. So what's the purpose in that?
Right. We
Triangulation, and
didn't.
y'all went for it.
Right.
Personalities to
He
make
tried to
one seem
triangulate two
lesser than
different
the
black women
other.
against each other, and y'all let it happen.
It was a
More
bad
worthy
faith
of
argument.
presentation, more palatable, like that.
Yep.
So that's what that
Classic
was.
triangulation from a BM.
But they both have something to offer to the community. So
Comparing a
it's
highly educated attorney that has been in the field for over, at this point, 15 years
What
to
about
Candace
Kamala Harris?
Owens.
Is she
No,
considered
no, no,
black?
one
She
second.
is.
The
Yes,
fact
she
that
is.
you're comparing a highly educated, decorated individual that was in politics for a long period of time to Candace Owens, a political pundit, is kind of insane to me. I'm not going to lie to you.
I
It's
don't know
offensive.
Women
why.
for
Also,
allowed in
Also,
first
They
place.
both got
Doctor,
the same amount of
Candace
let me ask you
Owens.
a
education, girl.
question.
Candace
No,
Owens.
Question.
no, they don't.
Yes, they
Question.
Candace
do.
Owens
Candace has a
No, they
I would
master's
don't.
like.
and a
Wait.
PhD.
I would like to
Candace.
ask. No,
Candace
John.
does have a
John.
PhD,
No.
babe.
Give me a second. John,
Yes.
what an interesting question that you just asked. You asked if Kamala Harris is black.
Correct.
Why would she not be black?
Like,
Because her father is an Indian coolie from
No.
Jamaica and her
No, no,
mama's an
no.
Indian from
No. Her
okay.
father is a black man from Jamaica,
yes.
and her
This
mother is Indian. Now, as somebody who is biracial
is he a
themselves,
black Jamaican or
as
is he an
somebody,
Indian
he's a
Jamaican?
black
He's a
Jamaican.
black
He's a
Jamaican.
black
Don't do that.
Jamaican.
Don't
So,
do
as
that.
somebody who is biracial themselves, why would you now question somebody else's blackness?
See, this is new information to me. I've always been told.
Oh, well, how about
Oh
we
no, not the
acquire the
shocked Octo
correct
Maroon.
information
Yeah.
before we start speaking out the crack of our fucking
I
ass?
asked a question.
And biracial's
Okay, well,
always confused.
you got your answer. She is biracial, just like you.
Oh, he's a biracial?
He is.
And so now we all
Everybody.
gotta pay for it?
Oh, are you a man?
Jesus Christ. I know that it's something
Uh,
about the biracials. They be lost in the sauce,
Are you
bro.
a man?
They always make us
It's
pay
so
for
competitive in
their
nature.
mother's original
It's
sin.
amazing to me. Look at that bone this say.
I guess, sir. If you're looking at a cartoon and see a man, then you know we got deeper problems than
yeah.
that, Octo
Your voice
Maroon.
is getting a little deeper
I
by the
know
second.
Jussie Smollett. Shut the fuck up,
Alexander, is
Arnez.
that to
Oh
you,
man, that voice is
John?
getting deep as hell.
Corbin Blue.
All right, Dr. John. You
Yeah.
already know. Get ready.
You should have told us
Mute
that, bro.
up.
I didn't know you was a Corbin Blue.
Mute up.
Wait. What?
Not Corbin Blue.
Corbin is black.
Ah, I get it, Dr. John.
Looked it up. Candace Owens does not have a PhD or a bachelor. She dropped out during
Yeah. Yeah. No,
this.
I was gonna say that. Yeah. That's factually incorrect. However, she did go to school, so we
Yeah, she
can
went to
say that.
motherfuckers school. The
Yeah.
fuck?
But she did not finish.
Give a fuck.
Which is like it does say to like her work ethic and being able to complete something you start, right? But because a lot of white politicians, actually, if you look them up, have remedial to like nothing as far as degrees or even like position that they've held, whereas like their black counterparts have those bachelors, masters, and sometimes even doctorates, and have held positions in government office for years, so they are very much qualified for the job, whereas our white counterparts got in on the slim hope, slim prayer and a hope. So it does matter in the grand scheme of things when we're talking about comparing the two, because Kamala, is extremely. I say this biased because I am from California and I have met her in person,
It's a
but
hand
she is.
heart to mute somebody.
But yeah, she is definitely like overly qualified, not only to be president, but to do anything that Candace Owens wants to do, or has tried to do, or even will do in the future. So it's just there's that. So I'll land the plane there.
But I do think, like, in today's time, we should have more black conservatives, liberals being able to converse with each other without people having an automatic, like, negative connotation when they hear black conservative. Like, I don't like the idea of echo chambers, and I do think in certain conversations, people only want to hear from black liberals, and that's why Candace Owens is one of few that actually is well known in the media, because they don't like the idea of black conservatives speaking at times. And I don't agree with that either. I think there should be some kind of level where conservatives, liberals, moderates can speak in different discourse without being an automatic insult that you're conservative. Automatically you're dumb. Automatically you're against black issues. You can have conservative ideals and liberal ideals and still want black people to succeed. I don't think it's a one side versus all. I do think in today's time it's very hard to be a conservative though. I
Yeah,
think that the
I
current
totally agree.
administration makes it look terrible. I do think that even current Republicans and conservatives question that administration, even though they're the main people that voted for him and wanted him in office. Now they're looking back and wonder what their party is going to. So I think in today's time it's kind of difficult to be a conservative. But I think the ideal system should be spoken about though.
Yeah.
That man.
Perfectly honest with you, I think more black people are progressive.
John, you know what happens when you unmute after somebody paid to mute you.
Yeah, the black community tends to lean more progressive leaning, more left
Right. I,
leaning.
I would say that.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? I used to think that, but I don't know. I was reading this whole article about how, like, in practice, a lot of black people are more conservative than they like to omit.
Oh,
And I don't know if
100%.
that's just from colonization or whatever, but like, even like colloquialisms that we use, and like, I'm not a conservative by a stretch of imagination. I'm a blue-haired liberal leftist, but I I don't know. Like, even when I like get like super left and talk to like elders, like it doesn't resonate. The way that like starting like generational wealth, like those kind of talking points like really hit home for them. I just think that the whole country is going right, and I think a lot of black people are going right for whatever reason. So I have to know what the right is saying to get in front of it. I'm not taking up for Candace. I just have to know what they're saying. I had to know who Tucker Carlson was. I got to know who Nick Fuentes is. It's part of my job. So when I'm coming to y'all and telling y'all this is what the right's on, I'm not taking up for the right, but I think it's stupid for us to put our head in the sand and let these people get enormously popular and have no idea what they're talking about.
Can I ask you a
You know?
question, God, if you don't mind? What ideals do you think black people are more conservative leaning on? I'm curious to know what your perspective on.
I would think around SMECs, in actual practice, a lot of black people are very slut shamey. I don't think like in that kind of sense, or like just like sexual culture, things like that. I think they want to be conservative as far as family values. I just don't think that we've ever had the opportunity. A lot of black people, especially black Americans, actually not even just black Americans, I open up to the whole black diaspora, can be quite fiscally conservative, or like a lot I saw like this election shock cycle, a lot of black people buy into the like migrants are taking our jobs thing, which I thought black people would never go for. I was like, no, we're like not gonna go for that. Went for it 100%, echoing it. And I'm talking, I live in a liberal city. Like I'm in the West Coast, you know? And like I've heard, it's like moments like that where I'm like, what the fuck? Or like, things like that. When we think about the war on drugs, it was from good faith, but like it was because like black people were going up and being like, especially a lot of black moms, like, help me. I need help. We need to be tough on crime. These kids are like serving smack and like robbing my kids' birthday parties. Like it was from good faith, but it turned into like conservative legislation. So yeah, I don't think black people are like that leftist, girl. Like when I'm talking about like not naturally. I think like they want to be, but like no, not for real. No.
I actually agree because
It's sad but true.
it's the
Listen to who we
truth.
talking
I
to,
do
bro.
agree, unfortunately, yes. Wait, I'm gonna give out the order that I want everybody to go in. I want your favorite because he had a real quick question, and then I'm going to do Gigi because she's new, and then Saint, and then Game.
No, I just wanted to know where God is from originally.
From the West Coast, Los Angeles.
Okay, cool. Cause
Last one, LGBT.
okay, so
Black
yeah,
people can be a little conservative on that issue as well.
right. I get it because a lot of conservatives, especially black people, tend to stay in the southeast per se, and that's usually in my neck of the woods, like the Bible belt, so to speak. So I get conservatism, like it's branded in black churches. So I get the need for that, but black people also talk about healthcare and welfare assistance. And if you kind of look at stuff going on with unemployment, and I had this discussion with a couple of black progressives, they don't know where unemployment insurance came from. It came from the Social Security Act. So it's also part of the New Deal by FDR which is all considered welfare. It's all under the same umbrella. So all this stuff is conservative points back then. However, it's considered liberal today. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, 100%. But I even think like the way that I don't know, even like I'm talking about like the average black person. I'm not talking about like elitist, like Barnard blacks. I'm talking about like everyday black folks. Everyday black folks don't want to be associated with food stamps. You see, black people we're not even like even we're not even number one using it, and we're not really like there's so many black movements where it's like get up off that welfare. Like it was a big thing. Like don't let them. Tupac talked about it, so there is a part of black experience that it's like I don't want. You get what I'm trying to say? Like there is that stigma where some black people won't even accept the help because they don't want to be on papers or they don't want to be in night. Like I don't know, child.
I get it, but that's where I think a lot of black people tend to be progressives because we do want that American dream that we hear about incessantly. We don't get that benefit because of the color of our skin, and even with you as a woman, even less. You have to work 4 times as hard to get the same type of recognition as a white tea counterpart.
I agree. For the record, I'm not a conservative, so you ain't gotta, convince me.
I
But
know. I get
yeah, no.
your
I went to
curiosity and your fascination. I
I
get
went
it.
when I went to my college was funded by the New Deal. That's how progressive. I'm not gonna say my university, but like my university is literally named after the New Deal, and FDR started my university. Like I have been embedded, but nothing but progressive thought from a progressive liberal bubble. And what I've seen as I travel this great country and I've canvassed for politicians is that black people not always and not majority be on that leftist shit. Now, maybe once upon a time they were, but I'm talking about right now, today. I see more black people leaning towards conservatism, to be honest. And it might be out of lack of education.
I think socially, but in terms of the LGBT thing, what I'm looking at right now, it says there are more voting for pro LGBT. Outside, they're against a transgender part, right? But as
Yeah.
it pertains to the rest of the LGBT, they're usually voting pro their rights. So
Yeah, this is the thing. I'm not saying we're talking having 3 different conversations now. You ask me how black people historically voted in this country, where I think the attitudes of black people lie on the aisle. I said I think more black people are conservative than they know. That's how this conversation started. So they wouldn't be voting.
I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
I'm just saying like you might
I would
like
agree with
I
that.
had a black mom that like voted whatever the prop. Remember it was like Prop 8. Yeah, they voted the right way, but they went home and was like, your cousin David, he got a roommate for a long time, huh? Like like that kind of like it was just like
Yeah, I agree.
pervasive, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Hear me
I
out,
agree,
guys.
G,
I'm
that
not.
there are a lot more black conservatives. I can say that as somebody who was raised by 2 black educated Republicans. And you find it a lot. And just to Cousin's point, in the Southeast, particularly I'm in South Florida, you find that a lot amongst the immigrants, especially black immigrants, because a lot of them come from conservative countries, and they feel like coming here and having that right to vote, they're upholding those conservative values, not necessarily breaking down what all the policies are and how they apply to them as black people, but more so how it applies to their conservative immigrant views, if that makes sense. And that's how it is. Like I can tell you for a fact, like my parents, the only time they didn't vote Republican was voting for Bill Clinton and voting for Barack Obama. Other than that, they straight up voted Republican every single time.
Let me
And
just say this,
Can I
right?
say something about that, please?
Yes, real quick. But let me just say this. But Gigi, even to God's point, right? I think a lot of times we think that, and I don't want to have this conversation with crying years, but I think we are a lot more conservative than we think. I actually 100%
yes, no,
agree.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm
I
so
think if
agreeing with
we
that.
took away the racism, I think black people would vote Republican in droves.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that because so growing up, my parents used to go to this like these groups for like young like for Black conservatives, and they had these like offset subgroups of young Black conservative groups, and for the longest time until I went off to college, and just to be for transparency's sake, I went to Florida State. Before I went off to college, I didn't think that Black people voted liberal or voted Democratic because that wasn't my experience.
Hmm.
I was raised to believe that all Black people voted pretty much Republican and voted conservatively for the most part. And I do find that even my husband's like that. There are quite a few views that we have that we do lean more conservative than we do um, on the progressive side, or we're more middle of the aisle than we are liberal. So I think that there are, to GOD's point, like I think there are more Black conservatives and they're out there. It's just I think for I don't know if it's aesthetic sake or for like appearance sake, they won't say it, but it's definitely out there.
I think it's for two things. I think it is A for aesthetic, and I think it's B for survival, right? Because we know what's on the other side. Like it's like two shitty options, right? And it's like forcing us to pick which is the best shittier option. And because Democrat is the less shittier option, that is what we tend to go with just out of survival. Out of survival. But
Yeah.
I feel like if you took that factor away, you would be astounded. And that's coming from me, and I don't subscribe to I think they're both bullshit at the end of the day.
Oh,
Right?
trust me. When
I
Joe Biden
subscribe,
said that
okay?
if you don't vote Democrat, you're not black, he lost me forever.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
Well,
I think they're
I think
both
that's
bullshit. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I really think about Sinners, and when I was watching it, that was the first thing that came up for me. I was like, oh, the vampires are the Democrats. Like, come fellowship, like fellowship. You
Yeah.
just bit my friend's neck off. No, come dance. Look at us. We out here is so beautiful. I want your music. And then the Republicans is the man who sold them the juke joint. And the fact that remember the next day he come back and they come to like make it a kill house. So
Mhm.
it's almost like Black Americans are in impossible position. You go out, you let them in, right? Now you got vampires eating up the juke joint, or you think you're gonna make your own juke joint. Whole time the land you bought is covered in clan blood. So it's hard. It's like the devil versus the devil you don't. And I think that's where Black people have been on that tightrope. And that's why I don't shame Black people, however they decide to get out of it. Of course, I didn't like Candace Owens with all the Coon Olympics talking about George and all that. That's when she had lost me. But Black people are just trying to entertain different sides of the aisle with all these devils because they all devils. Okay, if they in Congress, say a devil except for Crockett. Then I can't get mad at them because we all trying to escape and think our way out of this matrix. So I listen to Black conservatives and I listen to Black leftists. I am a leftist. I can't help it. That's how I am. I like all the things, safety nets, you name it. But I gotta hear what the other side's saying so I can have a counter argument prepared. You know what I mean? That's just how my brain works. Like that's why I talk to these men on these lives because I gotta know what the men are saying, girl. You know what I'm saying? So I can get in front of it and already have a yo mama joke ready. So things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I
Can
see that and I
I
totally
say
feel that.
something
I just
I
feel
wanna yes.
because
Wait, Gigi, give me a second. I
Oh, I'm
wanna
so
let
sorry.
Duhane go, and then I wanna let D go, and then we'll go back to Gigi.
I should go.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, there's so much I want to say. You first I think God mentioned sinners for a second because when you mentioned that, it made me think of Grace. And similarly, like recently, they had the No Kings riot, and one of the creators drew my attention to like how people just came, but you could barely see that there were people of color in that crowd, generally speaking, and it was very performative. And it felt like how Grace did in a movie. Like she was like, "Oh, we should all just run out the house and like sacrifice ourselves." But the fact is that she didn't want to do that by herself. She wanted to put Black people at the expense. Same thing that happens on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Now, next point. Somebody was talking about um how okay, wait. Somebody talked about it's a lot you guys were talking about. I wanted to talk the whole time. Um can you said Candace Owens? Okay. Candace Owens, I'm sorry. I will never I can't forgive. Okay, I understand entertaining the conservatives and all and trying to mask, and that's what we talked about previously when I was on the live. My phone died. But there is a to an extent that I'm thinking like, okay, you're doing too much. And honestly, it's to the point where it's like you are hurting the black community in itself because of the amount of rhetoric you spread. There was literally a child that went to school and was like, and brought up pew pew because of what Candace Owen has said. So I feel like there's a certain extent you can be like quote unquote conservative to be, I don't know, performative, but like no small amount is every amount is detrimental in my opinion. Okay. And then we also said something about what's her name? Well, I want to say something about this. There was a comment that um Marjorie Green Taylor was, I think, who said that to her? I think, oh my god, my brain, I'm blanking. Who said this? Ah, who
You
was the
said
first? Who was
Jasmine
the first?
Crockett?
Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, Jazz. Oh my god, my brain is
I was
just
like, Marjorie
blanking.
Taylor Greene, girl.
Okay, there was a comment that Jasmine Crockett, I love her down, okay? But there was a comment she made one time, and I think it was in response to MTG. And she said that at least my daddy didn't rape me. And I was like, no. Okay, you have to find me where I'm about to connect this to. There is a level of stereotypes that are given to black people that is very like I don't know. It's very disgusting at times. But when she made that comment, it didn't rub me the right way, okay? Like I get it. You guys were like being messy and all, but I think that is where the Republican conservative whatever thing comes in because a lot of the times I even had this conversation with my friend actually. It's actually so funny. Like last week, I was saying like honestly, if you guys were not black, I would think you were conservative for what you were saying. If you were not black, I would think you were conservative because she was trying to say that because people were supporting that, oh well, you can have this type of if a guy doesn't like you, whatever, you're gay or something. She was trying to make some type of like, equivocation with that. And then she brought up this reference and saying like a lot of the times gay people are associated with stuff like that or something like that. And I was just like, huh? I don't know. It was just given homophobic. And I think that is even something that also needs to be addressed. Maybe I'm not articulating this well. I'm just going on a tangent.
No, I agree. I think we definitely need to address the homophobia in our community. Do you hear me? 110%. I'm all for that. D, it is your chance to go.
Yeah. So I just joined like not too long ago, so I caught the tail end of it of the conversation that were kind of happening. I do have a question for, I guess, I think I can't read his full name. Your favor. I have a question, and then I want to be able to talk after he responds to the question. But you said something like your favorite cousin. That's what it is. You said something like when Joe Biden said that if you're not black if you don't vote for me, that's when he lost you. Does that mean that you voted for Trump?
Absolutely not. I
Okay.
didn't vote for
That was
Trump.
that was my question because a lot of people use that as an excuse to vote for Trump. And honestly, while what Joe Biden said completely wrong, I still don't believe that that's the reason to vote or not, even not vote um, for Trump. And I say this as a liberal, but I also say this as a person who has a degree in history. The conservative, I'm not even going to say Republican or Democrat because the party names changed in history, but the conservative ideology has always been, and we talked about if we just remove the racism, a lot of black people would vote conservative. Conservative ideology has always been rooted in racism. Like if you think about the Civil War, Lincoln was a Republican, quote unquote Republican, but the ideology was liberal. The party names changed in the 19 like 40s, 1950s, like the party names switched, but the ideology never differed. The ideology that always white supremacists were always conservative, always on the right side of the political spectrum, and black and our the liberal ideology of like abolitionists, and things like that was always on the left side. So to me, it's very hard to try to remove racism from the conversation of political parties and political ideology, just because it's always been rooted in that. And even in since the beginning of the country, the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists, there was always some type of slavery ideology for one group and non-slavery and abolitionist ideology for another group. If there's always been something rooted in there, just as the same as like, well, just throughout history. So I don't think that, I'm sorry anybody, and I really hate to like lump things like this, but as a black person, you can't vote for, unless you also feel this way, but you can't vote for the party that or the ideology that has historically been used to put down and enslave and remove rights from black people. Like that's just not something that I believe, like they're not going to change. It's not going to change because that's what its ideology is rooted in. Now, whether or not they pull different bells and whistles, like tax breaks, or you want or pro life and things like that, the ideology stays the same. Is that these people have never supported Black lives, and so why would they start? And that's really all I have to say.
Okay, so it's gonna be, I forgot the order, guys. Help me out. I think it was Gigi, and
I think it
then
was me, but I just typed. I'm gonna drop down real quick because I've just been summoned to a battlefield battle, so I can't turn this down because this little kid
okay,
was talking shit all day. So I gotta go school him real quick.
okay. I think it was your favorite. You can respond, and then Saint, and then whoever wants to speak can speak.
No, I'll yield my time to Saint, and I'll speak last. And I know you wanted to chime in too, so go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of been across the gambit. Yeah, I guess to hit the points. I mean, Candace Parker, yeah, she's going through a rebrand, and
Candace
we'll
Owens.
see. Yeah, Candace, well, that's a basketball player. It's the wrong nigga. Oh. Yeah, Candace Owens, she's going through a rebrand, but like, let us not forget that like her claim to fame was dropping out of her college to then sue it for racial discrimination, winning the lawsuit, getting millions of dollars, and then going on live television saying she does not see race. Let us not forget that while she's undergoing this rebrand, because if that's your origin story, right? Like, fuck a rebrand, you're still gonna be on that type of time. You're just gonna just rebrand the demon time. So like, it's still, still not. Even though she's part of the diaspora, there are people within the diaspora who do not mean the community well, and
Well,
she
she's
is
not.
one of them.
Yeah, she's part of diaspora, but she's also not Black American. That's a whole different discussion. But
I mean, she was born in
yeah, but
the
like I
U.S.
said, the parents. Okay, and I'm not like xenophobic. I'm just saying there is a conversation
There's
to
a
be had.
difference.
There's a conversation to be had. Um, but yeah, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I just like everybody be saying the same things about it when I'm just saying the most basic shit. Like you should know what the fuck the other side of the aisle is saying. You can let limousine liberals convince you that you should not be educated on the other side of the aisle. You should not know what they're talking about. You should just keep saying like gotcha moments from like 10, like I just don't know, like yeah, I know about the college shit. We all know about the college shit. That's why nobody was shocked when you said it, because we all know that. But to me, I don't know. I know grifters. To me, this don't give grifter. This just give some, like the whole right is changing as we know it, because the right changed in front of our eyes. The right that we knew in the George Bush era is not the MAGA right. So I feel like there might be people that had conservative whatever. Like I said, love or hate her, I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of talking about Candace Owens. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you don't like her, don't like her. If not, watch the show. Kanye West did the intro. I also don't think, I think the Bridget McCrone thing is a waste of time. I just think it's good to know what the other people are saying. And I've just never seen nothing like it. Like, I'm more interested in Fuck the political party bullshit and all the virtue signaling. I'm more interested in the fact that this woman was kicked off the Daily Wire for being quote unquote anti tiny hat and somehow got her own show that does bigger numbers than a whole TV network and got got a big fraction of the right to care about Palestine. To me, that's way more interesting than this CNN bullshit because here's the real tea that they don't want you to know. If this girl, right, this girl has been the first one to sever the conservative party as we know it. Love her or hate her, she's been the first one to penetrate. We've all, as leftists, been saying the same thing to the conservatives, right? You guys, there's children under the rubble. They didn't care until one of their own said it, until one of their own were hard on Trump, until one of their own came for him. And then Nick followed her and all the Goipers and everything like that. And now we're seeing a delineation in the right where literally there are people that are like, I mean, you saw a little bit in the beginning of the election, like I'm a never Trump guy type shit with JD Vance, but he eventually bent the knee. This is the first time since a minute that we're seeing them crumble on each other. And if this girl Grifton or whatever you want to call it is the reason that the right is finally having a crack in its foundation, I'll take it because the Democrats, we've been fucked up since the last election. We've been, because we call each other in so much, we ain't unified like the right, which is probably for the best because we care about human rights and such. But we kind of needed them to like low key not get it together. You know what I'm saying? So I look at
Yeah,
her like low key a blessing from the left. No shade.
yeah, no, no, no. I think it'll be interesting to see like how this plays out, and then like in the grand scheme of things.
Hmm.
But it's still like side eye, right? But I do agree with you. Like everyone should definitely diverse their media, um, intake, in both digital and analog, because that is becoming more of a lost art. Um, it's just I don't know, for the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really feel like a liberal versus conservative argument. It feels more like a corporatist versus oligarchy, right? And it feels like the liberal side, it definitely is more corporatist because they want some sort of like structure. Um, but like on like the MAGA conservative side, they're definitely willing to burn things down by any means possible. Hence why like Elon Musk was ever invited or given any sort of like position in the White House, right? So I feel like that's where kind of where we're divulging into. It's just truly like the haves and the have-nots, and so like from that point and perspective, it will be interesting to see how like not only how the rest of Trump's term goes, but also like what happens after that.
Right. I want to let your favorite go, and then our newest panel member, facts over feelings.
Yeah, no. So again, this is just me. I'll never trust Candace Owens. I'll never trust the Sage Steele. I'll never trust a Stephen A. Smith. I'll never trust those people to give me accurate, factual news. They just regurgitate a lot of misinformation and disinformation, and sometimes even broken information by Fox News. And for instance, the reason why Candace Owens kind of railed against MAGA is because she wanted a position at the White House. And Donald Trump kind of unceremoniously said no.
That's not what happened.
Okay.
Sorry, it's
Well,
just not the
if you,
truth. We got it.
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just a nerd about the right, so I just have to call out cap.
Okay.
I'm not saying like you keep saying these
If
words.
you
Trust,
want to
nigga. I never
believe that,
told you to trust the
that's
bitch.
fine.
I'm just telling you that that's not
If
what
you want to
happened.
believe that, that's fine.
I'm telling you
I
what happened.
Right.
Now, if you
And
want to
then
know
she went
the
to
chronological
Australia.
order, I can tell you the chronological
I
order.
can. Right. She went to Australia and tried to build her base there. Australia didn't want her after she got fired from her last job.
What is
Like
her last job that she got fired from?
the columnist position. Like
No, the
we
last
just went
job she
over.
got fired from was the Daily Wire.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to say. And then she went to Australia and they
No,
didn't
she
want her.
started her own show
Okay.
that her husband made, and she has more
Okay.
views than the whole
Before
Daily
then.
Wire combined.
Okay. You got it, sweetheart.
No, I don't need you to be like. That's the thing with black men. You don't have to be nasty because you don't agree, sweetheart, all that weird shit. I'm just telling you as somebody, this is my shit. And I'm just not. You're being confrontational in a reason. There's no need to be confrontational. I'm not a cop. I'm not a conservative. I'm just telling you her reasoning for turning on Trump and imploding on Trump was not a self righteous political position. From my understanding, she's never wanted to run for office because she's such a trad wife, stay at home mom. She said that over and over again on the show. Even when she was on the Daily Wire, I never want to run for office. From my understanding, she was disgusted with the handling of Gaza. Gaza is what got her dropped from the Daily Wire. She kept saying free Palestine. Y'all don't know. The Daily Wire is owned by who? Who is the Daily Wire owned by? Y'all don't know? Okay. It's by that it's that one guy, not Tucker Carlson. He's one of them, but he is a tiny hat. But he's as not
Oh
just
wait,
any
we can't
tiny
say
hat.
that.
Shapiro, Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. He's a
Oh,
Zionist.
we can't say that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's a Z word. So he kicked her off the air for saying that. She just literally said there are Christians under there. I don't agree with that. We need to have space for this conversation. And he said, I don't have to have space for that conversation as a Jewish man. Sorry, F1 love the TikTok shop. I don't have to have that conversation, which is what got her fired from the Daily Wire. Then she goes and makes her own show. Blah, blah, blah. She's concerned. She even says when she got fired from the Daily Wire that it was censorship and all this. When she kept going down this rabbit hole of, what's going on across the sea, she kept making more and more enemies that were popular right-wing Z word in the bag people. And I think, as somebody who's been watching the show week after week, criticizing it, the time when she said F you to Trump was when he said that he wanted to turn Gaza into a beach resort. Which, as a black man, if you're okay with, I don't care what side of the aisle you're okay with. I don't want a beach resort where children used to pray and do what do. I'm sorry. I don't care about aisles anymore when I'm thinking about children under rubble. I don't care. So yeah, I saw that. That to me, that is the way that the turn events happened. It wasn't because there was this nefarious way to get into the White House. I think she thought this was going to be a no brainer because I think she was piped up and really believed in fake conservatism, forgot the race aspect of it, and got too big for her britches and thought conservatives were going to be rolling with her. And they was like, bitch, no, we don't play about that Z word country. They are our daddies, and America is in debt to the Z country. So yeah, I hear you. You can be as disrespectful. You can call me sweetheart, bitch, whatever soothes your little heart, black man. But I'm just telling you the facts. And I just don't know why when I tell black men the facts, they gotta get so
Listen,
disrespectful.
one thing
That's
I don't
embarrassing.
do is back and forth.
No,
So
there's no back
if
and forth.
that's
If you
what
let
you
me finish and
believe,
land the plane,
then
then I
that's
would
what
love
you
to hear you.
believe.
But I
But
can't hear you when you're
I
underneath
gave
me.
you facts, and if you don't want,
I know I get, and I
you
gave
got
you
off.
facts.
You
No,
got off of
you
mute,
gave me
and I
facts, and
gave
you gave
you.
me
Listen,
stats.
ma'am,
You gave
I
me. I
let you
wasn't
speak.
finished
I did not
talking. No,
even
I
come
wasn't
off mute,
finished. Your words should not be touching mine.
ma'am.
Okay, your words should not be
You
touching mine.
impede on my time.
No, you were done talking,
Okay,
and then I started
here we
talking, and
go.
now you're trying to get mad because I called you out for being disrespectful to your own. And instead of owning that like a man, you're dancing around it. There was no reason to call me sweetheart because I disagree with you about a stranger. Candace Owens ain't paying neither of our bills. Why the fuck were you so triggered as a black man that a black woman might have disagreed with you? Let's just fuck all this other shit. What happened just then? I'm actually concerned. What the fuck was that, bro? Like, what made you say that weird ass sweetheart shit when you came up here talking all this Madam C.J. Walker high power fake feminist shit? And as soon as you felt a little bit slighted, you went towards misogyny. I'm just disappointed. I just want to know what jumped out of you. Was that ego? Well, what
Misogyny.
happened? What happened?
Is that the word you're
Just
gonna
answer
go
the
with?
question. If you don't know, then we can go ahead and move on. But it seems like something jumped out of you that ain't been in here this whole life. What was it to call somebody sweetheart? And that was unnecessary.
Well, just to kind of clarity, because
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
um,
Saint.
just for clarity, to God's point, Candace Owens' podcast does roughly about 28.9 million downloads. As compared to Ben Shapiro's a solo podcast, which only does 19.1, and the Daily Wire traffic website only does 6.17 million. So either on all the levels, she is outperforming not only the company as a whole, but his individual podcasts. So there is merit in that, right? I do see information kind of supporting the claim that your favorite cousin is saying, that she was pitching or was in talks with people at the White House to get a position, but that has not been cooperated and so it's kind of in the air as more of a rumor than as like a a foundational fact. So you can leave that where it is. But yeah, let's keep it civil. That's all.
And I also think, like, just make it to a civil point. I think we have to be discerning about, like, I think she's somebody we should be heavily critiquing. I don't even think she's smart. I agree with everything you guys are saying, but we have to be clear that, like, now there's people on the right that don't like her. To me, that sounds like a right wing person who's like pro I country. That sounds like a rumor they would make. Oh, she's just jealous because Trump didn't put her in her office. That's them because they don't like her. She's not, you know what I'm saying? She's liked by a certain facet of conservative, but not all of them. So to me, the same way, like, people, there's conservatives that are mad at her about how she's carrying on about the Kirk's wife. You know, so, and they're saying that. So I feel like I have to discern where the rumors are coming from. Like, to me, that just sounds like something that somebody would say that wants us to just be okay with Gaza. I'm sorry, y'all. And I'm not saying that Candace is the only person who was screaming about it, but she got a demographic of people who never cared to care. I mean, fuck. That's kind of crazy. They never gave a fuck. 28 people in a day. Now, the Bridget Macron shit, a waste of time. Don't know why she's doing it. You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't think she's that smart because she still do stupid shit like Bridget Macron. You know, so I don't think she's smart, but I don't know, y'all. It's hard to explain unless you've been in the trenches of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, her little channel is a weird little situation. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Yeah, I do have
Honestly,
a question that I wanted to
oh,
throw out if I could. This is a completely 360 pivot, but something that I wanted to ask earlier, but I totally forgot, and now I remember. So I think at this point, I think I would. Has everyone seen the Mark Lamont Flip Kings little clip where they was going at it on the Joe Budden podcast?
Yes.
Okay,
I love Mark
so
Vlog.
can you repeat
yeah.
that?
Oh, so on the Joe Budden podcast, there's been a clip floating around where it's like Mark Lamont, who is a highly educated black man, trying to have a very intelligent conversation with the host from Flip Kings. And those are two men who don't have anything past a high school grade level, kind of intellect. So one of the triggering parts of that interview was when I think Mark Lott said allude, and homeboy did not know what that word meant, and so it triggered him, and he was like, "You're talking all these tricky words and stuff." And so the question I have that I wanted to pose to you guys is, I've been in a lot of these like discussions, whether it be debate or conversations, and the reading comprehension gap, the skill gap, is so wide in a lot of these
Oh my God.
discussions. It does kind of just devolve into just just barbaric curse words, just like this, that, be this, and it's just like we lose the plot, the thread. It just everything kind of just devolves. Um,
Can
is
I?
it?
Can we talk about this? Can we talk about
Yeah,
this?
I actually,
Yeah,
Have
and
you
it's just
been here
like
the last couple of days?
yeah, I
Oh
have, and
my
I've seen
God. You've been
the
here the
yeah.
past couple of days. You've been here.
It's-
I have, guys, no funny shit
yeah,
because, okay, Alexander, okay, there are people who have been here the last couple of days with me, guys. Okay,
yeah,
no funny shit.
yeah.
I have
How
quite
do you guys
literally
go about that
read.
in real life? If you guys do, like, what do you guys? Because I'm find that kind of hard to do in my own life, because I have my friend group where it's like a even mix of college educated and those who just took it upon themselves to be educated outside of college. But then I have like my other friends who like quite frankly don't have anything past a high school grade level, kind of like intellect. And so trying to have these political, socio, and intersectional based kind of conversations, it leaves me very frustrated to where I want to be like, Nick, are you dumb? But I can't say that.
Listen, because let me tell you something. I say that to these niggas on this panel all the fucking time. Yes, you can. Because you know what? Let's bring back shame. I'm all
oh
for
wait,
bringing back, no, hear me out. I'm all for bringing back shame. We don't shame people for being stupid the way we used to. And that's why they're running rampant. And it's pervasive, y'all. It's pervasive. It's disgusting. I have quite literally read word for word to people. I've given them definitions of words. I have given them the correct answer so they can answer the prompt correctly, and they still fail every single time. It's an open book test. I'm giving you the answer. I'm telling you the direction of the conversation, and they are lost. So why would you come up here lost?
I honestly, maybe I just have patience for people. I'm just gonna say that
Your favorite,
because
you're next.
oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Um, I personally believe that okay, it depends on the type of person because there's two versions of this. There is somebody who's like they think they're getting it, but they're not getting it, and then when you tell them they're not getting it, they accept it. But majority of the times, it's people that are like, okay, I get that I'm not getting it, but because I realize that I'm not getting it, I'm gonna get angry at you.
But
And I'm
sometimes
just
they
like,
don't
what the
even
hell?
get sometimes they don't even get angry. They just keep giving the wrong answer. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm Saint, am
And
I
then you
lying?
get angry. Yeah.
They're not even angry.
Yeah, no, it's
Hmm.
not even anger. They try to just double down on
Yeah,
like
they just don't
the
get it.
wrong. Yeah.
They simply just don't get it. Because I'm pretty kind for the most part. Like, I'll be like, hey, this is the direction, this is the answer, talk about this, this is the problem in
Yeah.
our community. And they'll be like, but the sky is blue, girl. Like, what are you talking about?
Huh?
Yeah, yesterday you having to explain what matriarchal and like what meant like 4 or 5 times really was giving me an aneurysm. So I was like, that's
Let me tell you
actually
something.
an eighth grade word.
If you were here 2 weeks ago, I had to explain to people what masculinity meant. Yeah, I had to. Alexander, Alexander, am I lying? I had to explain to people what masculinity meant. And not just me, about 6 or 7 women up here had to explain what masculinity was. And they were just like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm strong, okay, I run fast, and I'm king of the jungle like a lion. So get it,
It's
girl, get it. And I'm like, you're reducing yourself to an animal. Do you hear yourself? Come on. What are you gonna call yourself, a monkey next? Come on. Stop it. Your favorite, you're next.
No, so
Wait. I wait. Is there really a correct definition in my opinion? Because it is a social construct.
But even explaining that to them was crazy.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
never mind.
and
Never
you
mind.
could
You
look up.
never mind.
Yeah, cousin, he was on the drone yesterday.
Explaining
He
to them
yeah.
how it's like destroying them was crazy to them. When I was trying to explain to them that masculinity, right, is a social construct that puts you in a box, right, that doesn't let you feel, doesn't let you cry, it blew their mind. They were like, "What are you talking about? I am man, ooga booga booga. What are you talking about?" I beat my chest and I hit bitches in the head with rocks and
Huh?
drag them to my cave. Like, what are you talking about? Blowing my mind. I thought I was talking to children, but even children understand more.
Yeah, my little sisters.
Your favorite, your favorite. Go ahead.
That's what happens when you have bad indoctrination. It's kind of like that scene from The Water Boy, right? Where he's in class and he's explaining how alligators get mad. And he said it's the medulla oblongata. And my mom says that it's rainbows and sunshine. That's what makes alligators happy and mad. No, it's the medulla oblongata. And that's kind of where men are for the most part. You get bad information and it circulates, and now you believe that. And this is why I don't believe that shaming people is a good idea, because stupid people own firearms. That's the
No,
That's
only
true.
reason. Like if
here,
like
no, no.
you're
We're
like
letting them run rampant. There's
correct.
too many of them. There's too many of them. That's my problem. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind a healthy amount of stupid, but there's too many of them. It's pervasive now, right? Like, they're running rampant and they don't listen, which is the craziest part.
You know what I blame?
No Child Left Behind, George
I was about
Bush.
to say the same thing.
George Bush. I
Because
will
y'all
never
keep
forgive you,
pushing
George
them.
Bush.
Stop
People
pushing
talk
them.
about the reading levels. Everyone is so worried about the reading levels. Everybody stop. They don't even comprehend. They're reading nothing. When they read, it's
It
nothing to
flies
them.
out the window.
Let's
Yeah,
let's
60%.
we got to double down
60% of
even
Americans.
further.
Right.
We got to
But
make sure these babies even understand what these words mean.
It's that
right. But
critical
that's the thing.
thinking.
Like, I think even when some of the guys come up to your panel, they don't ask for clarity. They just go in and read what they saw, and it's just
They read with their
horrible.
feelings and then they call women emotional.
Correct.
All they see is man and then a word that they correlate to being negative. And the prompts aren't even negative for the people who have been here. My prompts don't call people names. My prompts don't shame people. My prompts are very balanced, right?
They're in good faith. Yeah.
I'm asking opposing questions. I asked the question: are black men, right, trying to dismantle the patriarchy or trying to find a way to climb it, right? I'm asking good faith questions. Like, I'm not being funny when I hold these panels,
Well, if
and
the
they will, like,
mothers just start
huh?
mothering, they'd be like, well, if the mothers just start mothering, then we wouldn't
Right.
have these
If the
problems. Like, what?
women's would just start womenins, right? They gotta pick better, but how come they not picking me? Right? If the women's would just pick me and not pick Ray Ray and Pookie, how come they don't know I'm not Ray Ray and Pookie? Huh? Huh? How come y'all can't tell I'm not Ray Ray and Pookie, but you was laying up with Ray Ray and Pookie, and now you got 1, 2, 3 babies? What are you talking about, sir? We're talking about the patriarchy. Who is Ray Ray and who is Pookie?
I
And why
blame
are you upset
Clubhouse.
about it? Why are you monologuing about your baby mama and what the fuck? I've heard too many monologues about baby mothers, how I was rich and she didn't know I was rich, and now she know, but she already left me because her mama did. I don't give a fuck. Are you here to answer the question or no?
Honey, I blame Clubhouse. That was the first time I started hearing about Ray Ray, Pookie, Pick Me shit. I feel like Clubhouse, we was all just too creative and we was coming up with words like by the day. Like I remember when Pick Me became a thing. Like I remember the day. And I was like, damn, this is gonna be a problem. And then it became Pick Misha. Pickavelli. And I was like, damn, it's only, going down from here. I just think we don't know how to disagree with each other, and like that's why like I hate to like circle back and we don't have to like make it a thing, but like that's I be being funny, but I really do. I'm like Paul Mooney. Like I think my humor is a vehicle to have a real conversation, and like in that moment, your favorites, I really was disappointed in you because I know what it's like to get frustrated in debate and like say some shit that's out of your character. But I think as black people, we need to be better at like just like owning it. And I've been really good about that. I know it's hard telling these lies, but in real life, like people have been catching me wrong in real life, and I've had to just come clean and be like, hey, I don't even know why I said that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's how we have that growth, especially between black men and black women. Like you know what? My bad. I didn't even call you. So, like, I'm tripping. Like, so what was you saying? Like, that was stupid. Like, just remember, like, it's okay to disagree with each other, and like, we don't gotta go there. Like, we can, like, because I think about like Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin, that conversation that we've all like reposted a million times on Tumblr. That is these lives. It's just they ain't calling each other a whole bunch of bitches and hoes. They're talking about the gender war. That's what Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin is talking about. Literally the gender war. But we loved each other more then. So instead of fuck you, bitch, Pookie, it was brother, why don't you smile at me like a white man? Like, it was like that.
Brother.
So I don't know. I offer that to the space.
I mean, to be honest with you, I wasn't mad, or I was actually trying to de-escalate because I don't hate you or dislike you because you like Candace Owens. I
That
don't.
is not what she said.
But see that
I,
once again, like no, it's okay. Like let
It's
them have a
okay,
moment.
guys. It's
Let the
okay.
applause rise and fall, like they say in the theater. But
It's
once again,
okay.
you just missing it, and that's the part. That's the problem. Like this is the reason with the black men and black women. I said 80 times on a
No, just
recorded
own
line.
that you like Candace
We don't like
Owens.
Candace Owens.
Oh my god.
My job is to study the right. All these things. I'm a blue haired leftist man hater. Don't got to worry about
no,
it.
I
But I actually
again,
was invited on Candace Owens' show, which is on my real life. That's a whole different story. But for her to try to embarrass me, but instead of understanding, I'm just bringing you another viewpoint because black men have such misogynoir for black women and at an all-time high now. They cannot disagree with the black woman. They just can't. They have to go ad hominem. They have to go snarky attack. And I think it's robbing us of a lot of beautiful discourse. Like that means that that whole hour we talked, you didn't hear shit. Your ears just the word that I promised everyone I wouldn't say for the remainder of this live.
No.
His ears did
Oh,
that, you know,
yeah.
and they just completely departed. Once you heard a black woman disagreeing with you, you couldn't listen.
Mm,
Cause that's nobody
You
said we
don't.
loved Candace Owens, bro.
at
Like
all.
that's crazy.
I
Like that's
said
what
you
you heard.
like.
No,
But
no,
You
I
no.
don't
but
Even if
nobody even
you
Never
said
if
we
said
no,
loved
let
that.
me
you
just say
agree
this.
with
Let me
some of
just
her
say
talking
this.
points.
Yeah, once again, we never said we liked her. We
Hold up,
never
hold up,
said we
hold up.
We
loved
can't
her.
do this
Hold up,
again.
everybody, hold up, hold up. I heard every word that she said, and she never once said that she liked Candace Owens.
At
He
all.
knows
Wait,
that.
wait, everybody stop.
Hmm.
The entire time she spoke, she said that it was imperative that we know what the other side is saying, right? That we are not living in a vacuum, in an echo chamber, right? We need to know, like, what good is a tactic or a strategy if you don't even know what the fuck the enemy is saying? And luckily for us, they're saying it out loud, right? So you need to at least be listening, right? I actually hate Candace Owens. I think she's a super coon, in my opinion. Um, not going to lie to you. I do. But that's neither here nor there. But unfortunately, she is everywhere. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. And I think that's scarier. I think that's scarier.
Scarier
I
for us
wish
as
it was
black
as
people to know
simple.
somebody's everywhere and not know what they're talking about.
It's
And
every and
to
it's
me, that's scary. I can't know
and the
somebody
thing
who's
is,
everywhere getting 28 million views a day with black skin, and I just don't know what they're talking about.
yeah,
That's
she's everywhere. And also, let me say this: like, actually, fuck it. I don't. I'm just gonna move on. Whatever.
I'm just saying. I just think that black people, we have to be able to disagree, especially black men,
Hmm.
black women. If black men and black women cannot come at the table and disagree with each other, we're headed towards idiocracy.
Yeah.
Because it's but maybe also I think sometimes being like a lofty like I be trying to like take responsibility of like a educated black person to not be like talking circles around these niggas, because also nobody wants no elitist uppity nigga talking to them.
Exactly.
So
And let
sometimes
me
I do be trying to dumb it down for people.
just say this: I wish, in a perfect world, I wish it was as simple as, oh, she didn't get the job, so now she's mad, right? Because that at least that would imply like that nobody else would hire her, right? That she wouldn't be able to make it without him. That's what that would imply. But the fact that she has is frightening, y'all. Frightening.
Mm. There was something that happened a second ago. I don't think even your favorite even under no. I don't think he even understood what he did. Like this is what see. I don't know if anyone else on the panel agrees with this, but I'm gonna say it. Okay, you know how we believe that white people, no matter if they can help it or not, are gonna be racist. This is the same way I believe that men, regardless of how much they try, there will still be a point where they are mistakenly being misogynistic.
Yeah.
And when your favorite, he said, sweetheart, when replying to God, you can equivocate that to a white man calling a black man boy because you're trying to kind of,
Demean her.
right, you're demeaning her in that situation by saying,
Even if it was
it was
unintentional.
unintentional, I understand, but it just happened. But I would just say saying like, okay, like sometimes we have to think of our different like privileges, whether it be race, whether it be sexuality,
Whether
whether
it
it
be
be
gender.
gender in this case. So I'm just saying, okay.
And even within women, let's talk about it.
Hmm.
We have to unpack our own misogyny, right? Like, even when you hear women say things like, oh, my son doesn't clean, my son doesn't cook. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if we don't mean no harm, it is harm, right? We have to all really unpack a lot of this bullshit that we have been ingesting for way too long.
Yeah. Or like even like harmful things like, oh, boys will be boys. You're not giving that quote unquote boy the chance to be a better person technically by letting them by excusing their behavior at the same time. Because that's why I also feel like God was talking, she said misogynoir. At times, a lot of mothers enable boys to become bad people.
Yes.
And that's a cycle that will only become detrimental in the Black community.
Yeah. Because it doesn't benefit us. It doesn't benefit us at all. Like, at least not the way it benefits the white tea. I promise you it doesn't. Like, yeah, it benefits them. It was built to benefit them, but not us. Not us. And as we can see, it's crumbling beneath their feet. So imagine that a system that they built to benefit them is now crumbling underneath their own feet, and we think that it's a good idea for us to adopt that same system? That's diabolical. That's stupidity, actually. Imagine their tools are breaking in their own hands. Why would I want them? Yuck.
Even like honestly, right now, I feel like, okay, not to say that this shit should have happened, but in a way, it's kind of letting people see like what exactly white people would do, because they have the House right now, they have the Senate, they have everything right now, but you see they're fighting amongst themselves because their categories, their prejudice,
Oh, she went to.
their prejudice is not doing them any favors. So in a way, we can use this as an example to. Wait, you can't hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. We can use that as an example to learn from them. Not to do nothing. I'm not saying sit by and don't do nothing. I'm not.
But better, and absolutely whatever they're doing, I'm trying to do the opposite of whatever them niggas is trying to do. I'm always trying to do the opposite of what them niggas is trying to do. Cause they shit is a hot mess. Not gonna lie. No shade, no tea. It's always been a hot mess, and it's still a hot mess. I don't want it. They steal people. They eat people. I mean each other. Let's not even talk about everybody else. Each other. Why would I? Why would I?
I like this live.
Thank you, girl. And you know what?
I have a question for you.
Go ahead. Yeah.
How do I de-escalate situations? Because
Mhm.
for me, when I'm talking, and this is me speaking from like a person who has had leadership roles, and when I talk to women in leadership roles, and that usually was my word to de-escalate. So I don't know if that was a cultural thing, and I didn't mean to offend her when I said that, but that's something that I've always said to the people that I love, especially the women that I love. Like, hey, sweetheart, can we chill? Can we take a break? I
Can I
didn't
be
know.
honest with you for a second?
Sure, go ahead.
If you had said, "Hey, sweetheart," right? I don't think anybody here would have been offended. God, would you have been offended? No. But you said, "Okay, sweetheart." It was not what you said. It was the particular way you said it, right? And sometimes that can creep up out of you accidentally. Like I said, even in women. I don't know if you were here a couple days ago. I had a young woman here bugging out on the women, bugging out for no reason, because the misogyny, even in her as a woman, leaped out of her, and she began to attack the other women because she felt like she was backed in a corner, and the only people who were backing her up were some of the most toxic men that I've had on the panel. So she went into defense mode, and her and her misogyny leaped out of her. And it was crazy to watch, right? So sometimes it's not what you say, it is the way you say it. Just food for thought.
Yeah, and I think for me, it wasn't even like the sweetheart thing. If as soon as I pulled you up on it, you were like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't even mean it like that. My bad." You completely acted stupid. Did the whole weaponized incompetence thing, like, "Oh, I didn't know our favorite Candace Owens supporter didn't like our sweetheart," and it was like, okay. The same way a clan man be like, "What you talking about, boy? Just go hang from that tree." You be
Oh
like,
my
"What?"
god.
Like it's like I just so
No.
it's the same black man that came up here talking all that. What
Please.
was you talking about when you came up here trying to virtue signal like an educated black man? Madam C.J. Walker, you can't be that guy and stupid at the same time you was the leadership role.
You're breaking up,
You
girlfriend.
was
You're
the best way
breaking
in that
up.
situation. Come on, black man, please.
You're breaking You were breaking up for a little bit. That's fine.
No, girl.
Either way, we provided you with two perspectives. We're saying the same thing essentially. We all
No.
gotta, we all gotta do our checks and balances. You know?
Hmm. Honestly, I even had to catch myself. I had to catch myself literally because I was talking about how like someone would be like, "Oh, if a man doesn't like them, he's gay or something." That's like just so. Why the fuck would you say that? No, like why? I didn't specifically say it, but the fact that I even entertained it, I thought about it while I was in my bed, and I was like, "Sammy, that was so dumb. That was dumb as fuck." And you know for a fact you don't stand for shit like that.
Look, hey, I enjoy when people come on my panel and they learn something, and that's the takeaway. Like, with all that I have seen on these panels since I've started doing them, I enjoy these moments because I want someone to take something away from me, right? Even if they're in the comment section, right? I hope someone takes something from hearing us yap up here. That makes the world a little bit of a better place.
Hmm.
Yeah. The original, you've been quiet for a minute. You want to say anything? No?
Yeah, no, I've just been hanging out. Just hanging
Okay. I see you in the comment section.
Yeah, I got a little bit feisty, a little bit back there. I got a little feisty, but yeah, no, it's a good talk, good conversation for sure.
Oh. Well, guys, it was wonderful talking to you, and I'm going to end for the night.
Have a good night, y'all.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
good night, y'all. Bye.